Did
I'll take that, I guess.
hello, tomato, pardon. Nice to see you. I don't know how much longer we got on the maintenance. I'm in a private chat with my brother right now.
No, you're not.
He's okay, yeah, I'm not. He's also not playing Blue Protocol right now.
Yep. Killed Muku Chief.
30 minutes at
And
best?
later.
Oh, I'm a bit early. When what do you think was the earliest time maintenance ended? Because in my head, it was I always thought the what was the version that Albedo came out in Genshin? Was that 1.2? I felt like that was the shortest maintenance period. I don't know why I remember this. Hello, Frontiers?
You probably remember it being the shortest maintenance period because we were able to bum rush Icy Mountain of Mondstadt before like 10 p.m. give
Dragon's
or take.
Spine? Just subscribe. Been watching you for a while. Thank you, Voids. Just thought I would take a peek at like what Fox Soul is doing right now. He's just doing like an overview of like drama that's been going on, the dividing of the community and drama for a little while.
Oh boy, more drama. We love drama around here.
I mean, hey, you're more than you don't have to believe me for a moment, but I haven't been watching any Saint Tone Toss like at all. So I've been steering clear of it.
I don't have to believe anything. Why would I care about that?
All right. Game should be
If
live.
you want to turn on Mr. Saint Tone Toss, you can turn on Mr. Saint Tone Toss.
Well, I mean, it's
If
it's clear at the here's the
raccoon in a
thing.
washing machine, you can turn a video on of a raccoon in a washing machine. Don't
Well,
make
I'm
a
glad
difference to
you know
me.
about that. Well, I think you need to understand that obviously you watch Asmongold and Asmongold brings this up a lot. The idea that obviously like there are some people who and I would definitely categorize, I'm sure there are many of us here who categorize ourselves on some end of the spectrum as where we kind of almost are drawn to like very controversial individuals, even when it's probably in our best interest to just stop watching them or just to dial it back. I thought it was 335. I don't remember. Okay, I'm gonna reboot the game.
I'm gonna let you know it's gonna be difficult for me to like comprehend some of the things you're saying when you don't have it streamed on Discord, so I have to try and have the stream audio on to see what's going on that you're doing.
Don't you? What? Well, what are you not? Are you not playing in windowed? I saw you're not gonna swap back to windowed.
Okay, ignore that part. It's hard to pay attention to what's good. Never mind.
I didn't. I never said I was more patient with Saint. I said I had a higher tolerance. That doesn't mean I'm immune to Saint or anyone that kind of pushes my buttons. As with most people here, I'm sure Hassan Piker pushes everyone's buttons, but I'm enjoying all the dog shocking memes as just as everyone else here is, so it doesn't really bother me. What y'all are talking about? Just yapping.
Nothing really.
We started talking about how Fox Soul is life right now, like covering an overview of drama. So that I thought I'd segue into that conversation about drama.
Yeah, if there's a drama conversation, my input will not be anywhere around here. I'll just be drinking water.
Can I hold on, I'm gonna message you something, just check for a second.
Okay.
What do you as a girls frontline 2 oh, the feet thing? I didn't pull seed. My brother pulled seed. I was kind of I'm in. I was kind of close to I was close to holding. I was contemplating seed after like playing her story, but then I realized I don't really like have teammates that would really work well with seed, and also you know, the more tear jerking or like the more emotional someone will get while experiencing a piece of story content for a specific character, that's what they want you to do. So you'll pull them even if it's against your best interest as to whether or not that character will actually do something for your account. Like I really like Zhu Yuan as a character, but I like Zhu Yuan as a character, but I don't have Ching. I didn't get a chance to pull Chingyi, so she's honestly Zhu Yuan. Zhu Yuan is one of the is my least used character on my entire roster of the ones that I have invested in, and that's very unfortunate because I pulled her early and I pulled her W engine early, and I haven't touched her stats at all since for a while, but I'd say these are pretty solid. You know, I don't know if they're like great or anything, but I think they're solid. But I just haven't really had a chance to play around with her because I think managing her ammunition at like M0 is kind of annoying, and I don't have the Qingyi, and since I don't really have Qingyi, I can't really like capitalize on burst damage with her because she relies on stun windows, and also because like stunners have kind of had it rough for a little while, in my opinion. If you're not trigger or lighter,
I use Kinji and Zhu Yuan every day.
Green server pull my all right. I did try using her with like the Nicole Astriao team. I wasn't feeling it. I don't really know. I don't know if I'm doing something wrong, but I just wasn't feeling it while using it.
As a girls frontline 2 player, what do you think of Seed?
Well, because they know I'm a GFL 2 player, and GFL 2 is like known for its feet, so that's where the segue is.
Right.
Sambi no trigger. My brother also has Sambi no trigger.
Fuck trigger. She's boring.
Yeah, he's doing Sanbi, Seed, and Austriao.
And the clear times are insanely fast with that team.
All right, well, Frontier's already won a 50-50, so off to a good start for them.
I saw the changes of Lucina, like, today that everybody was going on about, and I'll admit, the previous one was better, but it doesn't change the fact that everyone is just wearing Yi Zhuan's outfit.
I wonder, do you think I could ask Fox Soul if we want to do, like, a pool party? I don't know if you'd be comfortable with him in here.
I don't care.
Okay, hold on, let me see. Let me drag him on screen for y'all for a moment. Oh, wait. Hold on. Gotta do something. Shoot.
Alrighty. Do winners win or do winners lose? This is the question that's going to end up happening.
I think the best way to put the Lucia top design change is when everyone has exposed boobs, no one has exposed boobs.
It's been too long.
Why is he playing music?
Nice. I'll do that.
Yeah, I don't know. Foxo kind of seems like hard to get the attention of, so I don't know if he'll see my message. Sometimes he's very attentive, and sometimes he isn't.
I don't remember their Avatar being 3D. That actually looks pretty good.
All right, well, I'm pissed. I'm pissed off already. Did anyone? Yeah, that's great.
What the fuck?
I'm still gonna lose hard, aren't I?
All right, let's see. How you doing, Arcado? I missed you, buddy. Give me that luck. Give me that luck. Come on. Give me that luck.
All right, we'll just sit here for a moment.
Give me that luck, motherfucker. Give me the luck. Give me the luck.
Can someone explain to me why Nekomata is like the most hated S rank? I feel like you get more out of Nekomata than other characters.
Is this Wenjin? Is he pulling Wenjin or character?
I don't. I'm gonna assume in character.
Come on.
We love grace in this household. We love grace in this household.
That is not a grace.
That's not
That's a
grace. I
Lucia.
hate this
Okay.
household.
Listen, guys. I got some one-handed gameplay to do. Fuck yeah. Let's fucking go. First fucking 10 pull.
What the fuck is wrong with that book?
The book? Oh, it's just got some jagged edges to it. How else are you gonna be able to read it?
Holy shit.
Somebody needs to take her whole library away from her.
Now that's some luck.
Yeah, she's pretty, I guess.
That is some luck.
The eyes
First 10
are
pulls.
rather glossy.
We won the 50-50.
All right,
Even
not
guaranteed.
gone you.
Fuck yes.
Welcome to the team.
Oh, I didn't enable the live stream for you, did I? You're watching the stream live, aren't you?
Yeah, it's not exactly a fun time over here. I have your YouTube stream pulled up, so
You don't
I
have to
can
watch my
read
YouTube stream.
that,
You don't have to watch
but
my
then
YouTube
I have
stream.
to zoom in on this stream to then watch his stream to know what's going on.
No.
on the stream
I
that
got
I'm
the Discord
co-hosting.
stream. I got the Discord stream up for you.
No way we're getting the weapon.
I got the Discord stream.
Okay, cool. Now I don't have to hear myself twice.
Okay, great.
Jesus.
If you said something, all right, I'm gonna crash out. I'm gonna crash out in a moment.
What the hell is that? Oh, it's probably
Monito. It's
guy.
probably Monito's engine.
Oh boy.
Nope.
Never fucking mind.
No. All right.
There it is. GG.
Man, that guy has a good job. Fox has a good job. We don't have to worry about if he's winning his 50-50s or not.
Now. That's already 30 pulls.
Oh, is he going into it?
Now.
Yeah, probably. Just for a quick frame of reference, I have ooh. I bought two $100 bundles, so I'm like in the 140 range. I'm hoping I can
he's
just close
already
out
in.
with rebates.
He's already in deep.
What do you mean?
I mean,
Who,
to be
me?
fair, he wanted the skin.
Yeah. I just what?
Got our copy of Monotone?
I guess I'm
Chat. Should we just wait for him and try to get a hold of him so he can catch my pulls, or should we just let it rip? Because at this point we are just watching someone else. Let it rip. Oh yeah. Let's y'all know where he is. All right. That's F4, isn't it? F4 is for pulls. There it is. Okay. So I already have one copy of her W engine and one of her characters. If I recall correctly, I think honestly Vivian Vivian was the last banner that I won my 50-50 on, and then from there it's just downward trend. Wow, 3 standard pulls. What way to dig deep, Hoyo, and 1 autocomplete card for gear. So that's going to be 2 disc 5s with HP and defense, just like I can already tell over there. Can I see what this is? I can't. I feel like this would look nice in the swimsuit. Those earrings don't look too bad. It's not even part of it. Why is that not part of the? Why is it not part of the beach set? Whatever. All right, are you distracted with Blue Protocol, or are you watching?
I closed the game.
Oh, you closed the game? Okay, we'll get started on this. Is the audio's not too loud, is it? Stream, because if I don't want like the pull animation to be so loud that it's distracting. Well, I guess I kind of have to pull, don't I? Hold on. No. I was That's at 3. I don't know. Hold on. Let's just crank this down a little.
I just took a listen to it. It seems fine.
Okay, yeah. I need to double check my work schedule.
It is time, ladies and gentlemen, for a live crash out. You've seen it recorded plenty of times, but now it is live.
Is that your the voice that you put on when speaking to an audience?
I just opened my mouth, homie. Don't read too deeply into it.
Well, you notice with me, right? When I'm talking, like there's like a noticeable difference between how I talk when I'm recording and when I'm not. Have you not noticed that?
It's pretty obvious. I don't think we even need to mention it. Also, it's quite the big sword.
Yeah. It looks like it folds. I haven't looked at the his animations before. Just right on speakers. All right.
Not exactly going to be the most exciting polling when the character itself.
Hold on.
I was going to say when the character itself don't matter, but
all right.
Maybe not.
It's not like Fox Souls 10, but let's see where this goes, all right? Let's see where this goes.
I'm not ready, man.
6, right?
I'm not ready, man.
You're not the one pulling.
I feel like, yeah, but watching it is like a train wreck.
That hasn't happened yet. Can you at least like maybe give me a moment? All right. Next one. All right. Here we go. It's the next one. I miscounted.
Hey, you broke the streak on a character you already
Finally,
had. Congratulations.
Wait, now hold on a second. What's the problem with it being a character I already own? This happens to be one of my favorite characters, and she's a really good character, by the way. Let's not forget, Vivian is a really good character. All right.
If only her W engine was good.
You don't think it's good?
Literally, you look at it, and the difference between it and the Weeping, whatever the heck it's
Weeping
called.
Gemini?
The Weeping Gemini.
It's like a 13% DPS. I think Pridwin marked it. Hold on. Pridwin has it marked as like a 13%.
I don't care about the percentages of any analytical site. You look at what Weeping does. You look at what hers does. Hers literally just has a build-up increase. That's it. Other than that, it functions like
she doesn't have that many opportunities. 13%, by the way. Can I zoom this in? Oh,
it's also Vivian. She's not really building up anything. She's just activating an effect that will then
if you get 2 duplicates of her, you get 2 copies of her. If you get 2 copies of her, then you get an additional like 40% build up. So, yeah.
Well, there you go. Did you even have any duplicates of characters before this? I don't think so, right?
M2 Ellen Joe. That's literally my only other limited character. That's my only other limited.
How could I forget Shark? Meanwhile, I've got dupes of 4 characters. I don't think there's a 5th.
Yeah, you pulled quite a few duplicates. Zhuyuan, Qingyi.
Bernice,
I keep trying to get him to say Qingyi, and he
Yi.
always goes back to Kingji.
Caesar. I think that's it.
I'll take some rebates. I'm not really worried about pulling Monotone. All right, it's all rebates. All right, that's fine.
You got a truck that need fixing?
You know, I don't know why I find that funny. I think what bothers me the most is like if you pull a W engine on a character banner, because that's not a 1-to-1 like an M6 character. You need like I already said this before, but you get like 8 rebate currency. You need 20, so you need to do like literally pull like 2.5. Well, not hold on. It's not GFL2. GFL2 doesn't treat you that poorly. GFL2 does not treat you that poorly.
We like GFL2. We like GFL2. We like GFL2.
Because what happens in GFL2 is that you get 12. You need 30. You get 12 if you pull a weapon. But if you break the weapon down, which you can do, you can break the weapon down. You get 18. So when you get a purple weapon, you can just break it down for 1 rebate pull. Whereas like in a Hoyoverse game or in Wuthering Waves, all you can do is you can just feed it into another weapon. And for like it's such a paltry amount, it's not even worth doing. I thought I saw a flash there for a second. I had to give me my peripherals.
So you're gonna keep the stream going, obviously, because it would be really lame just to cut it off after pulling only.
Yeah.
Are you gonna do the story and shit like that?
I usually do the story like a couple days afterwards, like because these patches end like.
Okay, cool. You're streaming right now and you have the day off. Are you gonna do it?
I have like 3 or 4 hours left of a day off. I don't have tomorrow off. I gotta work tomorrow.
Okay, so you just do an event or something instead.
34K with Sambi, definitely needed that, but that's good to hear. That's good to hear. I don't own Sambi, and so I don't have a frame of reference for the buff, and I've not been keeping up with like opinions in regards to the buff. I need a...
As I said before, Sambi's biggest problem was she just didn't have decent partners. Steed is an amazing partner.
I would have already had M6 Monoto if any of these were Monoto. I've gotten like 7 Pipers and a
Isn't
core.
it better that you don't get the Monoto? Since you're trying to hit that 180?
At some point, well, for right now, yeah, but I can afford a couple Monotos, you know.
He's a 4-star. You will get more of him as you play the game.
I need him max now.
So you cannot use him anyway?
Says who? You? You?
Absolutely me.
Absolutely you. Who are you again? Seth.
I don't know, actually.
Wrong animal.
Who am I?
Who am I?
What movie? Was that the Jackie Chan movie?
I don't know. Which Jackie Chan movie? Because it's not Rush Hour. That's like the only Jackie Chan movie I've watched is Rush Hour.
Was it Rush Hour?
It's not Rush Hour.
No. I know that part.
Rush Hour is all about making racist jokes.
Shut up.
It's true.
Was Jackie Chan the Asian guy in Rush Hour? I forgot that. That's why I was asking. No, I was not asking that in Rush Hour that he shouts, "Who am I?" No, I know that much. I'm not that stupid.
You didn't have to say
You're not
shut
getting
up.
Lucia, right?
Lucia? No.
No octopus sex hammer woman either?
Oh, that's her
voice?
That's a very raspy voice in Japanese. I was not expecting that.
You're thinking raspy? I'm thinking...
The inflection there. I'm not a fan of the goat tail, if I'm being honest. I'm just not a fan of the goat tail.
Oh god, she has a goat tail?
Yeah, she has a goat tail. I'm not a fan of it.
It's a shame, because she looks kind of cute with the hood up.
Also, if I pull her, I need to now start pulling Rupture characters. So, if I can brute force my way, if I can just brute force my way for at least a few patches, if not like for as long as I can in CCC without like actually having like dedicated Rupture characters, the more I can put towards pulling characters that I have more interests in, or archetypes that I already have like high investment in. I ain't buying it. You're never gonna touch that filthy Rupture. Yeah,
Who has a worse tail, Alice or Lucia?
I like Alice's tail. What the hell are you talking about?
I don't like Alice's tail.
Okay. All right.
Something about it. It's just this
You don't like
large,
bunnies?
tough. Oh no, I love bunnies. Not.
He loves bunnies, everybody.
Well, I've just dug my own hole. I'll sit in this hole and ferment for a while.
Whoa.
Ponder what I've said.
Getting a lights right there, Vermont. Come on. Why can't I check how many of these rebates I have right here? Okay, well, this is gonna hit the soft. M2, please.
Soft? More like hard. Because I'm hard right now.
That's great to hear. All right. 1, 2,
I'm so hard.
3. Okay.
I'm really soft. How could you blue ball
It's a
me
back
like
and
that?
I
Or
don't
green ball
I don't
me,
know if
should
it's
say.
left to right or if it's like a zigzag motion. Then again, this game is a kind of obsessed with its Z's, so it's probably a zigzag motion. So it's going to be the next one. God. Fuck.
Welcome home, Lycan.
I had my one opportunity, and now we're back to the losing streak.
God tossed you a bone
I
and said,
swear.
"No, it's for the dog."
I swear, I actually, everyone's saying Nekomata is like the bad one. I think, in my opinion, I think Coletta's the bad one, but I mean, I'm sure there are some people who get some use out of Coletta. I just don't get use out of Coletta at all. I think Nekomata is better than Coletta, in my opinion. Shit. That. Back in the gutter again. Back in the gutter.
We love the gutter.
I hate it here.
We love it here.
See now he's coming. He's making his way.
Making his way what
Downtown,
supposed to be?
walking fast.
Okay, we all knew that was coming.
Did we know? You have to remember that song is like what, two decades old? There are some people
When I think of that
who don't even know
song,
that
I just think of white chicks every time.
Well, that's because White Chicks, the White Chicks movie is where like we
What was
first
White
heard of
Chicks?
it.
How long
White
has
Chicks?
it been? Let's show our unk status. 2004. Jesus Christ.
I mean, if we really want to show our unk status, we can turn the cam on and we can see facial hair
We're not that
or my
old.
graying hair.
We're not that old visually. I still look like a child. I get mistaken for a fucking 18-year-old still.
I was working the other day. This was about maybe 2.5 weeks ago, and I was just talking to like a coworker about how I started during the period of time where I took a break from content creation. I picked up PlayStation emulator, PlayStation 1 and PlayStation 2 emulation games, and I played a lot of emulator games. And I was having a conversation with a coworker at work, and they said, "Isn't the PS2 retro?" And I feel like I got hit. I feel like I got hit with like an age check that I didn't want to hear. I did not want to hear uttered out at all. So that definitely soured me at that moment.
We're gonna reach a point where retro, for some corners of the gaming industry or gaming community, we're gonna reach a point where people will connect retro with good. If this whole idea of newer games are pretty much always shit.
I thought
keeps
retro equals good has been like a thing for a while. Like I feel like we might have done this like 3 times over now.
Well, before it was just, back in my day, this game blink bleep bloppity bloop. But now, it's the daily conversation of game industry bad.
What bleep bleep bloppity bloop? That's very insightful.
Whatever variant you want. Bleep bleep bloppity bloop wah 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 wah. Or yada yada yada. Pick one.
Ugh. Okay, he surely has to be done. He surely has to be done yet. Done now, yeah. I can't exactly check here. No, Neko. All right. See, I was kind of hoping to. How many more pulls do I need to do?
Well, he can't get in it. Oh,
I need 20.
Wait, maybe
I don't have.
Maybe
20.
maybe that guy in your chat just got Neko is what they mean.
Jay. I don't know if Jay's pulling. They might have started pulling.
Probably.
Just pop a single. I wanted to save a little bit to get the Yuzuha swims to have room for the Yuzuha swimsuit if I wanted to. Okay, surely he's done now, yeah? Yeah, he's done. Okay, great. Which means I get a rebate.
Your bro's right, so I guess they got Neko.
Oh, yeah, okay. All right. All right, bop bop. I'm just gonna have to do this for a second. I wasn't exactly planning on anyone trying to take from me, so y'all are just gonna have to hold tight for a moment. I made the purchases ahead of schedule because I did not want my account. I did not want my account to get locked. I already can't use my PayPal anymore, and I don't know how to like reset up the PayPal.
That?
I don't know how to fix it. So but they changed the system around, so I could just do this instead.
I mean, it's not like using PayPal matters anymore. The fact that we now get taxed through them anyway. Except for the one, the only, Girls Frontline 2.
The
which
one,
in
the
fact
only
gives us
Girls
a 5%
Frontline
discount.
2.
We like Girls Frontline. We like Girls Frontline. We like Girls Frontline.
I love it. Check out the creature.
I don't even know what any of these copies are giving you.
The first one helps with with her resource economy, and I think it gives like there it is. It gives her more damage. And the second one is like anomaly buildup, and then anomaly attribute res down, and I think more damage.
It's always the fucking same thing with every single one of these dupe things. It's actually kind of fucking appalling. No matter which Mihoyo game we're talking about, the first dupe will always either do A or B, and if it doesn't, then the second dupe will either do A or B, and that A or B would just be resource generation consistency or a significant damage bolster. Then the fourth dupe will always be some incredibly like obscure shitty thing that in the grand scheme doesn't fucking matter ever, like 5 energy every 5 seconds or like a 10% shield. And then when you hit the sixth one, then it's like, yes, the victory button, my favorite. Every time. That is every single dupe layout every time.
I think Vivian. I think Vivian has like a passable. I don't even know how to look at this. I think Vivian has like
throwaway thing, and then the final one is big damage.
I think Vivian has like a passable like M4. It gives her damage at the very least. It's not like some weird like comfort or survival thing. But she's like one of the only.
You still don't have the skin yet?
No, I have the skin.
Oh, so what are you trying to get now?
If I get one more duplicate of her, then I have. I don't have a limited banner profile frame yet, and I'm kind of was hoping I could get
you
that.
want the Vivi frame.
M6 Austria.
Alright.
I didn't even realize the possibility of like a DPS Austria.
Light the money ablaze for a background picture.
I said I would.
Go.
Hey, I know you've spent more for less.
Indeed.
Didn't
well,
you?
technically,
Didn't you spend money
I've
for?
spent,
Didn't you
technically,
spend?
I've spent less than you in this game now. If we're talking just raw,
Well, yeah,
equal value,
of course,
significantly less,
obviously,
I'd say.
obviously. Can we even reach? No, we won't be able to. I might just have to off-stream the next S-rank pull.
I know people like to say, "Oh, duplicate 6 of this character makes them a DPS." It's like, yeah, but like, if you really want to get in the weeds about it,
That's not the character at that point.
DPS character,
You're just
that
running around with
has
a credit card.
1 or 2 dupes is still usually just going to be better than the support you've optimized to be a DPS.
All right, last one.
It's usually how that goes.
I'm 24 short. Oh wait. There's a event. I don't even know what that is. Oh yes, that's open right now. Okay, I already claimed that. Where's
Why
what's
is
this?
there 5 event
What's
tabs?
this? What's this?
Why does ZZZ always have to have 5 to 6 events at any given time?
Don't HSR players complain about having nothing to do?
And they don't know how good they have it. It's great to be able to be like, oh, I only have 2 events the whole patch. Fantastic.
Right,
I can go do the laundry now.
Hold on, we can keep going. We can keep going.
Oh, you want to talk about event bloat? ZZZ is where it's at.
Well, I don't know if you've noticed, but a common complaint is that there's nothing to do. So, I guess event
Yeah, that's a
bloat is our
fault on
only
the
option.
game, not the events. The event that you play for 2 hours is not going to supplement you wanting to play the game.
W
period.
engine. Oh, I'm gonna shit my pants.
Let's not pretend that the 2-hour Vampire Survivors clone or TFT clone is gonna be A, the thing you launched ZZZ to play to begin with, or B, be something that would supplement the lack to begin with.
I thought,
Let's put that down immediately.
in my opinion, I thought that I actually found the TFT mode to actually be kind of entertaining. Now, granted, all I would do is I would use the default team that it gave me, and I would just re-roll until like I got like the tank archetype, so I could just electrify the field, and then I could just time that out. It didn't work for like my first couple runs, but then from there on, like every other time I was queued, it would work without fail, and it was hilarious. They should expand the arcade. I've made mention that we need more arcade games.
We don't need more arcade games, please, no.
You don't need more arcade games.
We don't need more arcade games.
I like the arcade. I don't know why you don't. But wait, didn't Genshin just come out with a Mario
Not
Party
yet.
mode?
Not yet.
And you're gonna glaze
Not yet.
glaze that. You're gonna
Not
glaze
yet.
that. Not yet.
I didn't glaze it.
Yet. I might honestly, depending on how entertaining that Mario Party mode, I might come back to screw around with you on that. By the way, that might be funny. Hardly
Jay
play a
says,
card?
I hardly play the arcade. You represent 99% of the player base there, buddy. Congratulations. You are not special. You are the majority.
Well, of course,
Dun, dun, dun.
of course, yes. Like, preferably, main game content first and then arcade. But why not both? Doesn't have to be one or the other.
To be more technical about it, the majority of players are still not max level and haven't completed the second last patch's main story content.
I feel like
That's
the
more accurate
Hoyoverse
representation.
offices could have like a game jam one day, and then whatever game wins the game jam just gets put in the arcade. Like,
in a weird way, they've been doing that for like community things with like whenever they do that create a dungeon mode, but that's only happened a few times and it hasn't happened in like a year.
did they in Genshin? Yeah. Snake Duel is so lackluster. It's Snake. It's supposed to be it's not supposed to be complex. You're supposed to be simple. Now,
It's just Snake.
If there was like there's no online PvP for Snake, right? It's just kind of like fake puts you in online. Can someone correct me on that?
Can queue for it? I never tried it. Why the hell would I?
I saw the online queue, but sometimes I have. Hold on. All right, hold on.
Yes, because the times where you do the online queue is when you do it for your little like shitty little like hangout moment.
Okay, hold on.
Vivian.
Great. Cool. I now own more copies of her. So when I get Vivian. So if those rumors of an Ellen rerun in 2.4 are true, I'm gonna get squeezed so incredibly dry. But hopefully by then I will have amassed a lot of money from my new work hours and pay bump. But it's gonna be a rough time when that rolls around.
Bloodsuckers and loan sharks. That's your account right now.
And loan sharks? She's a maid.
Yeah, but how'd you pay for that maid?
With my own money? With my own money?
Yeah, of course it's your own money. Of course, Grandma.
Grandma? I can't be Grandpa.
Let's get you back to bed. No, you can't be Grandma. Let's get you back to bed.
You can't be Grandpa. Man, I don't need this right now.
Congratulations, you have a profile background.
Yay. Believe it or not, I do not actually need to. I actually prefer the monochromatic with like the touch of color everywhere.
What, you don't prefer almost nude magazine cover at the grocery store that your child points at? And all of a sudden is now fucking.
It depends, but on average. No. So how many Lycons do I have? I need to. Everyone, I'm gonna be honest here. Everyone complains about the UI for ZZZ. If I'm being entirely honest, this is the only part of this is the only like element of the UI in the whole game that I actually get bothered with because of how slow it is to scroll, and also like this like layout of the characters can sometimes be a bit hard to like figure out where they are.
I just want to be able to shift around the favorite selection.
I could have swore I had more Lycons, but whatever. I think I have like arena. I think I got like a how many arenas? No. Who do I have a lot of right now? I have 4 soldiers, right? 4 soldiers, there's 4 graces. My grace. Yeah, I have 4 graces. Where's Kamano?
そう焦んなくてもいいっすよ。なんすか。俺はまだまだ強くなれる。
He's definitely got that beef going on.
Why the hell does the sword extend out like reloading it?
I don't know. You know, they were shitting on this skin. I like the color palette, if I'm being entirely honest.
It's just gray. It's just gray on gray on gray.
Well, I don't mind it. I actually would like if more gacha games normalized like just having like very basic recolors, because sometimes recolors are cool. I think my favorite recolor from it's obviously not a gacha game. It's a fighting game. It's the recolor in Skullgirls, where Cerebella, the character with like the fist arms for a hat, they recolor her to look like Diva, and that was like in a separate single Diva from Overwatch.
Diva.
Cerebella, skin, Diva,
hair.
Zombie Cookie. Hello, Zombie Cookie. Yeah. No, they, hold on.
Well, let me look it up. What was the name?
Skull?
What's the character? Same name.
I'm pulling it up for chat. Cerebella. Oh, okay.
What the fuck?
Yeah, she has fist arms.
No, that's not the part. It's the Mecha Star. It's called.
So this is Cerebella from a fighting game called Skullgirls. It's been out for ages, and she's got like fists. She's got like a hat with massive fists for it. And this is one of her recolor options from a DLC pack, which is more reminiscent of like Overwatch Diva. So it's got like the very vibrant like pinks and purples from her default outfit. How was the vacation? It was very good. I had a lot of good things happen to me during my vacation. I had a lot of dental work done because I was really putting that off, and that was not a good thing. And I also had the opportunity, and I also got a promotion at my job, which is very nice because I get more hours and I have a better pay. Now, with that being said, I'm working like a lot more hours, so even though like I've returned for like some content creation, it's not going to be at that same pace. Well, for one, because I was doing it like to a very unhealthy amount, so I need to dial back on that. Not get so obsessed with that. And also because I'm going to be working like longer shifts. So I need more energy, and I need to like properly set some more time aside for me to properly do what I need to do, not tucker myself out. I just realized the whole reason, whatever. I guess I'm not getting the Yuzuha skin. That was the whole reason why I was trying to save some money, is trying to save like some monochrome, is to get the Yuzuha skin, but I guess I'm not, so whatever.
That went out the window.
I got her, that's all that matters.
Alright, well, put the swimsuit on. Give the people what they want.
Yeah, hold on.
We want beach. Arr, 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 arr.
Yes, beach in the middle of
Beach in the middle of waiting for you to get all your red exclamation points because you're that anal.
Yeah. Anal? I'm sorry.
Yes.
I'm sorry you're a freak over there, but some of us are normal.
Freak, how dare you with my opens phone, presses buttons. 6,068 unread emails. How dare you call me not normal? There's nothing wrong with this red number of unread 6,068 emails. How dare you?
Wait, are you looking at your email count right now?
Yes.
Cool. All right, great. Always been a fan of like more high class aesthetics anyway. Also, this looks like the most this is the most believable like swimsuit I've seen like any swimsuit. Well, no, actually, no, that's technically.
I just realized.
I love Barbara's skin for Barbara's swimsuit.
Hold on. Stop. That's one of those. You know the swimsuit where it's literally just like a V and there's barely anything covering it?
A one piece?
That's what that is. No, they don't call it a one piece. You know the fucking... Look at the black part of her swimsuit.
Yes, I know.
That's the whole swimsuit in real life. The white little cloth, dainty little bit, that's the add-on here to make everything else not super lewd and sexualized. I just realized... I don't even remember what that bathing suit is called.
Well, you got the time. You can look it up.
What am I gonna look up? I'm not a woman. I don't know what these things are called.
You've got time. Oh, I don't know what it's called. Let's just give up.
Time to do market research, I guess, on fucking women's swimsuits. Absolutely not.
You don't have to do research. You just have to like just put a little bit of effort in. Put a little bit of effort in.
Effort into what? What am I typing?
Searching. Just do something. Do something. Don't just sit there and be like,
I
can't.
And I didn't get it in the first couple tries. I'm not about to start digging.
Okay. All right.
It's a waste of my time.
Let me try it. Slutty swim.
Use AI.
Mini monokini. No, wait, no, that's one piece swimsuit.
Why are you calling it a one piece? That's just a leotard.
This is real.
Yes, it is real. It's just not the one you're looking for.
Let's try string. Hold on. Let's try string swim. I can't. By the way, I can't show this on chat. By the way, for obvious reasons.
Obviously. No. Just change the stream title to Naked Yoga, and you'll be just fine.
I'm a guy. I'm not gonna be able to get out of that. Let's try micro slingshot.
Micro slingshot.
Yes. Okay, I found it. I found something like it. Women's slingshot micro bikini. That's what it is. It's a women's slingshot. That actually kind of makes sense when you think about it. It's a women's slingshot micro bikini.
Yes, that's what exactly I'm talking about. Now, not the ones where it's only the strap, but the ones where it's like actually like a full, at least like line of cloth, where it's not just string and then cover boobs, cover vagina. That's the bathing suit you're wearing right now. You are wearing a slingshot bikini, but it has little white dainty bits on it to, you know, keep the game teenage rated on the App Store.
Chat, he has like 800 Bangaboo poles, just by the way.
Yeah. I have 800 Bangaboo poles.
Jeez.
I just don't use them.
Chad, it's not weird to have own one of favorite Bangaboo, right?
It is when you don't fucking have a plan to use any of them.
The collecting part is the use. Like, I don't get it. Like,
I would believe that if this was your first gacha
okay,
game.
then what are you?
This is like your 7th.
What do you have to say for yourself when you're sitting on 800 Bangaboo poles? You're not using the Bangaboos either, because you don't.
I'm waiting to decide if there's a Bangaboo that's worth my time that I can consistently always get some super value out of to then slap all those poles in.
That's a spoiler.
Because let me tell you right now. I have been swapping Bangaboos to figure out the best Bangaboos for my setups and characters constantly.
Hey, just pull.
Just pull? Okay, I'll launch the game and pull.
Okay. What are you pulling for?
I don't fucking know. I gotta pull something, though.
When 4 guard feathers are consumed, gain 1 flight feather. Yep, that's what I said earlier. All attribute damage and disorder damage received by targets under the prophecy is increased by 16%. Yep. Ether buildup. Yep. A bloom value is multiplied. I forgot about that one. And 15% all target res. So that's nice. I don't know if that'll let me brute force her into like ether resistant. Have you noticed like there's very little ether resistant content? There's a shit ton of ice resistant content.
I have absolutely noticed that. You want to know why? It's because the ether roster was so tiny originally.
I mean, it is still kind of tiny, isn't it? Hold on. Physical. Holy, that's 13. Fire. What's funny is fire is usually like the roster that's like the biggest one, like for Honkai Star Rail and like Genshin when they first started out. Okay, we got like 13 fire, 5 ice.
Well,
Yikes.
fire is a super easy.
Electric is bloated. Cut 14.
Yeah, I have a
and
ton
6
of electric
ether.
characters.
6 ether. Yeah, see, Zombie agrees with me. He has 1 of each.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Well, Zombie, you're weird. How about that?
It's a bit unfair, don't you think? So
Who
is
said
this
life is fair?
is this new mode open? Can I go try this new mode?
Wait, you said there was like a new mode, right?
Yes. I want to try this new mode.
Is it like a hard mode?
It's a hard mode.
It's a hard mode.
It's a hard mode.
Well, then I'm hard.
Snap Boo? Yeah. Oh. Of course these two are here.
いいところに来たな。ちょうど今、みやびが対フォロー行動部から重要な情報を持ってきた。
I have no idea that raising...
I do admit that swimsuit is much better than the other 2 swimsuits that came out.
I have no idea if raising desktop audio raises audio for the chat, but I'm going to assume no, because OBS... I've done some things before with like my desktop muted.
ああ、お前さんとこの副課長は詳しいファイルまでつけてくれたぞ。なかなかの仕事ぶりだな。うちの夫婦もいつか。
Yeah, no, the Bangaboos are like a great addition to like the game world.
なんでもない。対フォロー行動部の情報によれば、 最近のラマニアンフォローとプルセナスフォローにおける異変により、それらと0号フォローの強制フォローに
I can't wait to get walled immediately because I didn't build rupture, so I can't participate in whatever's about to happen.
それにより強制フォローは急速に拡大。内部もまた複数のフォローの異常な状況が組み合わさったことから非常に複雑で対処しづらくなった。
I abandoned my poll for the meme. None of the shit out right now.
Skill
gets my
issue?
attention.
Me? Never. Never a skill issue. It's never a skill issue. It's always the game. It's always the game's fault.
できるだけ少ないリソースを使ってなるはやで問題を解決してってことか。
Nah, I'm not
Alright,
doing
well-
お
rupture.
兄ちゃんどう思う？
I'm waiting for Dial-In. I can't wait for Stunner. Been needing a new stunner for a while.
フェアリーはその他同僚が発言する前に実行可能なプランを随時提供できます。現在の情報を分析した結果、フォロー、エーテリアス、並びに関連エージェントのデータサンプルを十分に集めれば、正確なシステムシミュレーションを通して想定されるすべてのケースを算出できます。マスターは模擬演算システムに
Zombies asking for your Bangbu
重要
pulls.
な判断を下し、その最終結果に基づいて
I'd give him to you if I
最適な対策プラ
could.
ンを導き出すことができます。
They're literally useless to me.
Oh, telephone jokes? Oh, her name is Dial-In. There's no way her shtick isn't a bunch of telephone jokes
Yeah,
or
because
telephone
she just...
references.
ナイスアイデア。
If there were to be a game in Hoyoverse's lineup that would lean into like into the shtick the most, it would be ZZZ. Unless we're talking about like the more like psychotic or crazy factions in Star Rail.
方向は決まったようだな。
I feel like that's not going to be all that creative to build a story around for a character. Don't you think that's a bit phoned in?
Shut up. I was wondering if you were actually trying to like be genuine, and then you just slipped that right in there.
Look, sometimes
Sometimes
I go a little too hard, and sometimes I just need to dial it back. Go.
I knew you were gonna do it again. You're so pathetic.
I need to pull the cord on this.
Stop it. You know what that icon reminds me? That reminds me of like an old video player. I wasn't now. Granted, that I think that's like even before my time, or at least when
I don't
was,
see
like,
an
conscious.
icon. I see legs. What icon are we talking about?
I gotta be honest, when you said all I see is legs, all I was thinking about is this another phone joke I don't get?
No, I'm staring at Vivian's legs.
Great, okay. Fuck you.
Fuck you too, I guess.
Fuck you too, I guess. I need to adjust. Oops.
安心してフェアリー。あんたは世界で一番の AI だって私はずっと思ってるからね。
賞賛のコマンドを受信。フェアリーの重要性
2.2 was a great story.
月末の電気料
Sure.
金請求時に再生する。
It was slow at the start, I'll admit.
That is something that could be said by a human being. And
It had a pretty entertaining like crescendo moment. I thought it was pretty cool how you soloed Isolde with
もう一つ、スケジュール
With
に
Orpheus.
関する通知が一件。これより、マスターは新たに部屋に設置
I hate the
された
defense squad.
模擬演算システムを使い
the defense squad. Oh, Eridu
I hate the
defense.
defense squad.
I love Trigger.
プランを共に策定できます。
I hate how the presentation originally was going to be a bunch of badasses, cold hard badasses. Then they massively pussified Soldier 11.
Yeah,
Trigger
you
was
have,
okay. Badass Chimera Dragon Woman ended up being the tail is mean to me. And somehow the fucking child that lived inside the fucking Hollow is the most brutal character out of all of them, and she's fucking in theory supposed to be the most innocent one. Seed is the most fucking hardcore.
So can I just like set up a team? Oh, 4 buffs, cool. Anomaly buildup. Oh, okay, this helps, I guess.
I'm gonna be honest, Chief, I haven't been paying attention. I'm just gonna pay attention when you start the mode itself.
Okay.
Can you compare it to a different mode in one of the other games? I'm not reading.
Are you talking to me?
No. I'm asking Grok Annie. Was there ever a character in one of these MiHoYo games that you got and you knew was good, but you got sick of using them pretty quickly, but kept using them because they were good?
So you can you potentially need to use upwards of 5 teams in the event that there's a bonus stage. Ooh.
Oh well, that's perfect. I have 5 teams.
You don't have 5 teams.
And why was 2.2 story bad? Ari's brother. Okay, so here's the thing. Real quick, I'll say one thing that was positive. I'm happy that at the end, when Isolde is revealed to be the bad person, spoilers by the way, I'm at least happy that when she said her reasoning, she didn't say like, "Oh, I'm religious," or "Oh, I'm blah blah blah." No, she was just like, she was just cold and jaded about like being fucked over by superiors and also just the current state of things as the acting military commander at the time. I felt that was a lot more palpable and enjoyable than, you know, things like Sarah, a TOPS agent who ends up just being, again, religious psychopath. Like, I think, I'm gonna be honest, I think a lot of these gacha games that do, like, religious zealot storylines don't do it good enough. For instance, Girls Frontline 2 has that problem, which is funny because Girls Frontline 1 did it great, like, just fine, but Girls Frontline 2 has, like, none of the meat behind it, so it just kind of rings really hollow when literally every faction is tied to the anti-religious thing. Anyway, back to ZZZ. My main problem really just stems from the defense force itself, because while Isolde herself in that story was alright, we gotta remember, it's a gacha game. Every gacha game is around the character, right? So when you have a character that is this hot, attractive Chimera woman, that when it was originally shown, she seemed like she was going to be a badass, and then she's, like a very quiet, timid character. But then they still try to have their cake and eat it too, of like, oh, the cute, soft character, but then the tail is mean. Nobody's pulling for the tail. No one is putting their credit card into the computer for the fucking tail. They're putting it in for the hot character. So then when you make the whole storyline revolve around the tail and not the character, like Orphe herself gets like 5 minutes to tell you, oh, she was bred in a tank and blah, 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 blah. Tragic. You were born in a tank, whatever. But then the story is about the tail the whole time. Nobody's pulling for the fucking tail. But they made little effort to try and connect the, like, the troubles of the tail and the person who had the tail. What was the tail's name again? It's
Mangus.
Mangus. Mangus. Thank you. Yeah, Mangus. Yeah, the whole story was around Magus and Isolde, but you're not playing Isolde, which is fine because she's the antagonist, but you're also not playing Magus because you're not gotching for this weird Magnum tail thing. You're gotching for Orphe. Do I like Seed's story? I thought Seed's story was pretty good. I thought that one was actually fine. Inherently, that's also just because I think Seed has one of the better stories in just the game in general. Like the whole robot dad aesthetic. It's very good with, I mean, you just like look at Clara, for instance, from like Star Rail. And Clara has like no focused story whatsoever. And Clara is still amazing. People love Clara. I love her. Like all they had to do was just make a story about, girl and her, robo-dad. But robo-dad is gone, and she's trying to cope with it. But she's also Seed. She's someone that has very, unnatural responses to certain things. Again, when you go through like the normal like story, Seed is the one giving the most unhinged responses, saying like, "Oh, let's kill them all," or "Oh man, we should have tortured them," like, you know, stuff like that. And I don't understand why, like. Okay, here's another reason why I'm also kind of annoyed about the story. Like, Soldier 11 had no pressure clip, which makes zero sense, especially after like the massive story plotline we had with Andy. So, there's many things I don't like about the 2.2 story. Was it completely unsalvageable? Absolutely not. I think it's fine. I don't think it's that bad, but I'd give it like a 6 out of 10. Too many things I can nitpick about, mostly. I feel like I've been rambling, but that's primarily because I don't remember every single individual beat about the story, and this isn't a scripted video, so take with that what you will. I'm just trying to go off of hip-fire memory.
It's all right. They're used to me yapping. I'm sure they will adjust quickly to. What's one more person yapping? You know?
No, they're used to you yapping and praising ZZZ. I don't think they're used to somebody yapping and talking positively about all the relevant gacha.
Hello,
games.
Diego. It's nice to see you. You have a nice night.
Nah, we want to start seeing some more have a nice nights in the chat. I'll just start talking about Genshin. We'll see a lot of see you guys later, have a good night in the chats.
You don't have to do that. I thought there was no polychrome tied to this event.
I don't understand why
in the event tab.
I understand why you don't like it and are disappointed by it, but that doesn't make the story itself bad. But Magus was still a great chapter in my opinion, and I do agree on Orphe. So here's the thing. You are completely right in saying that is that it is inherently not a bad story. And I would go as far as to say a lot of, like, funnily enough, I'll use Genshin as an example. I think inherently a lot of the side stories in Genshin that don't even involve playable characters, like the explorable stuff, the non-voiced, even with it's like a somewhat generic-looking NPC, I'd say some of those stories are amazing. But the reason why we all collectively choose to not give them as much credit is because they are not the characters we are gotching for and not the characters we are attached to. So inherently there's just there's a negative multiplier, there's an uphill battle, whatever term you want to use. And I think the same can be applied here, especially for Magus. And again, the one way they could have remedied it, I think a great example is Huo and Tail from Star Rail. Immediately when you see Huo before you do the story, like you see him in the gacha, you just see this timid little girl and like a wolf tail spirit that's terrifying her. But when you like first start talking to Huo immediately, Tail makes fun of Huo, and then Huo snaps back at him immediately. She's freaking annoyed because she's ruined his life. Somehow Huo has more bite to the person attached to their tail than Orphe does to Magus.
No, you made it the other way around where Tail ruined her life?
That's what I meant to say. I thought I said that. But like one of the first lines was like Tail was like making fun of her. And then Huo was like, "That's because you did this to me!" Basically. Yes, Orphe should have had more spotlight. That is 1000% the main problem.
How much time do they give you in the Genshin mode to clear a boss?
Which one?
The new one?
The new one? If you're playing the currency difficulties, they give you 10 minutes. If you're playing the bullshit retardation for the, you know, the weapon skins, you get a minute and a half. Yeah, it's not great. It's really not great. But again, if you want only the currencies, you literally just have to do the hard mode in Genshin. And the hard mode, you can unironically have your hands on your dick, have your hands doing something else, and come back 5 minutes later, and then kill the boss in 30 seconds anyway as a free-to-play account. Like, it is hilariously... It is not hard in Genshin at all to get the Primo Gems from that mode. I've not been paying attention at all. I've been rambling with chat. Are you having a hard time on this mode? I'm genuinely asking this. I haven't really been paying attention.
I just started playing the mode. I'm
having
easy.
a hard time.
I'm on easy. I just have
cool.
to clear. Right now, I just have to clear. So you have to do like these preliminary stages, and then there might be a bonus stage. No, go to 2-2. Then there might be a preliminary stage that you can clear for an additional buff. In this case, a score multiplier, I guess. Oh wait, no, there is.
Hold on. I want to acknowledge something in chat. All I remember about Orphe for a few months is the low backwards camera angle. Which one?
One. Why is there an
one?
ether dewdrop here? Is this gonna kick my ass? It's just a dog.
Down.
It's not even like they removed the telegraphs either.
Still, the best thing I love about Vivian's design is that she's just a human rocket. Just launch waifu at them. That's what I thought when I first saw them. Just flying umbrella turns into a torpedo, torpedoes at them.
What happens if I press exit? It's not going to throw me out, right? It's just going to put me
now,
back to
with
the menu.
that said, I do need to say this. As much as I've been dogging on Orphe and just the defense squad entirely, let it be known that I have both Orphe and I both have Seed. Originally, I was going to max for the... What am I trying to say? The cop team. Originally, I wanted to max Seed. Arikado might have mentioned that the other day. I was going to max Seed, but I didn't because I tried Seed's gameplay, and then I said, no, this is boring. And originally, I wanted to max him and put him in the cop team with Shinji and Zuyuan, just because those are already my two besties, those two coppers. But then when I tried to do that, it was a really shit team. So I 86'd it, and I said, fuck it, what else can I do with Seed? Then I put Seed with Soldier Ambi, and up until that point, I had a Soldier Ambi. I love Soldier Ambi. But Soldier Ambi just didn't have, like, any decent teams. So my clear times on her were not great, and I just didn't really feel like playing her. So I just had her just kind of sit on the bench for a long time. And then Seed came along, and I was just like, holy shit. Soldier Zero Ambi and Seed, unironically, my strongest team. Just straight up, strongest team. And this is somebody who has dupes of multiple different variances of characters. Granted, they are one characters, but nonetheless. Yes, the very end where Isolde and Orphe are fighting is pretty good. It was a pretty good scene. And again, I think Isolde's a good character. I think she, near that back end, holds up the motives for what was going on. But everything else was just kind of like, just kind of par for the course. Nothing too special.
Did I mention to you, by the way, that the Isolde mains Discord are heavily coping right now that she might be alive?
Why is there an Isolde mains Discord?
There's a mains Discord for everything. Now, granted, there are.
Oh no!
There are
not again.
Again what?
Not again.
Again,
rest in peace, Senora.
It's lost Senora to you.
By the way, there is more. There is a higher chance they can bring Senora back in Genshin than there is for Isolde. I hope you realize that.
I think I might have argued the opposite yesterday in here.
Okay, you haven't played much of Genshin ever since, you stopped early basically. There have been multiple nudges towards the idea that there is dimension. We'll put it that way. There's dimensions and there's manipulation of the space-time continuum going on in the narrative as of like the last one. It is very possible that it is very possible if they wanted to, they could just be like, yeah, we have a reason to go back to the past, and you go back to the past and like, hey, like, Senor's there, and she's in Mondstadt. And I don't know, you just make her a character. You don't have that here. If you could go back in time in this world, I feel like a lot more narrative things would be solved way too quickly. Because you see, going back in time in Genshin wouldn't mean anything, but going back in time in this game, like, you could solve the vast majority of the game's narrative questions by going back in time.
Is there a Palmway Discord? Not anymore. I was gonna mention how apparently there are a few Discord mains Discord servers that got shut down due to no moderation team anymore. I think Rena mains got shut down.
I think it got shut down for a different reason, but you know, let's go with that.
Why do you think it got shut down?
It's Rena. Who's maining Rena? You can't. It's physically impossible.
Which in turn makes that. That's not gonna stop people. It's still like a place for like fan art and stuff. Like what?
You have the whatever. Anyway,
I have the what?
I was gonna say. So I said earlier that I got Seed and Orphe. I said Seed was fantastic for my Soldier Ambi team. It's amazing. Everybody that has a Soldier Ambi and they haven't used it yet, but they also have a Seed and they're using it for something else. Use Seed, Soldier Ambi, and Astra if you already have an Astra as well. It is a fantastic team. Even before Ambi's buffs happened this patch, haven't touched the buffs yet at all. Don't care. Seed does so much to make playing Ambi not only palpable, but purposeful. Because Seed wants a party member that's going to be relatively active for an extended period of time. What does Soldier Ambi want? At least pre-buff, because I don't remember entirely what all the buffs do. I think they reduce her on-field time. Seed wants a partner that's going to be relatively on-field for an extended period of time to build up Seed's meter so Seed can blow a load in the enemy with her giant fist. So, Soldier Ambi, who wants to be on the field for an extended period of time and doesn't necessarily benefit from stunners, really works with Seed. So yeah, back to Orphe. I had to figure out what to do with Astra because I had the choice between Astra staying on my cop team with Kinji and Zuyuan or giving it to Seed and Soldier. And then I was like, fuck it. I have Orphe now. I don't really have a team for her. I have all these other characters, but they're really not going to do anything. Let's put Orphe on the cop team because she's, let's be honest, Orphe is more of like a support attacker than a attacker.
Where's my Caesar?
I then put Orphe on the Kinji Zuyuan team, and funnily enough, through trying on multiple different pieces of content, Orphe is actually a better teammate for Kinji Zuyuan than Astra. Full stop. You might call me crazy, you might call me an idiot, but that's actually just straight up true. I've used it, I've tried it, I've used it in many different pieces of content. It is surprisingly good. God damn it.
What's
the
up?
Chat's asking me who's Kinji. How do I say it?
Ching Yi. You know, Ching Chong? Ching
Yi. Ching Yi.
Ching Yi. Ching Yi.
Wuthering Waves.
No, I'm not doing that anymore. I'm not doing that shit anymore.
Wuthering Waves.
I'm not doing the Wuthering thing anymore. Sorry to disappoint. I'm not doing it anymore.
I didn't even look at chat. Someone did say, I bet you also say Wuthering Waves. I think I was the one that caused him to say Wuthering Waves
No,
first.
I'm pretty sure I did it first. I'm pretty sure I did it first. Why would
Robot Girl? Chingy. Anyway, what I was trying to say. Chingy Zuyuan with Orphe slaps. The main issue, though, is that you won't have as much Ether buildup for if you're using the Zuyuan version 1.0 discs. That's really the only main problem, but other than that, you're able to let's use Shiyu defense, for example, right? If you're sitting there with Chingy trying to clear up trash mobs before the elite spawns or the boss spawns, Orphe's circles kind of group up the enemy, which makes it easier to stun all of them at once with Chingy. And they also just take a little bit more damage because Orphe's doing damage. So then when Zuyuan tags in, she just kind of laser beams them all with that chain attack, And then they all just pretty much die right then and there.
I
It
have
also means
no idea.
that when you have Orphe ult, and then you ult with Orphe, and then you swap over to Zuyuan, you just ult with Zuyuan, and you got 2 laser beams going at once. Very fun team combo. Highly recommend it if anybody has those 2 coppers, and then the Chimera. Motherfucker calling her Kinji. I'm not Chinese, okay? I'm not Chinese. I don't use
you
Reddit.
play in Japanese.
So
you hear
I
her
don't
name
use Reddit,
Xingyi
so I
in
don't
Japanese.
see people say,
You're
"Oh,
playing
hey
Japanese.
guys, can you tell me how to pronounce this?"
Can
I don't
you
know
believe
how.
this guy right now?
Okay, I'm just a guy
He's not listening to me.
who speaks a language, and that language is not Chinese. Okay. I used to call the soup brand Lipton when I was young. All right.
He admits it now.
All right. And we ate that shit constant. I know they do teas and stuff too, but that's beside the point.
I know I should probably have to flip off the buff up, but why not?
So why was Wolfie Boy just standing there? You saw that, right? He's just standing there, just like, yes, good sir. He just wasn't doing anything.
I have no idea.
So is this mode just extra deadly assault? That's a great question, because I'm gonna be honest, I have not been paying attention. I've just been talking and occasionally looking at chat. I'm more so just waiting for when he gets angry because of something happens on screen, and then I come back and I'm just like, oh, what happened? Did you die? Did you get killed in one hit?
I don't really know what to say about this mode right now. It's very intense on like the teams, because so based on the UI, so how this mode works is you have to clear a boss at the end, deadly assault style. So you have to hit like a score threshold. In this case, 30k is S rank, but the stages beforehand that you have to go through first, if you get a good rating on them, like in this case an S rank, your score multiplier at the end gets higher, and there can be up to 3 stages you have to do, and then there might be a 4th optional stage you do for another bonus to your multiplier. So I'm not really sure. You are given 4 buffs to choose from compared to 3 with Deadly Assault, so you are given more options.
Cookie says they give you a trial team if you don't have enough characters. That sounds like Theater from Genshin.
Well, yeah, I mean, I thought we kind of just had that understood now. Oh, it's the orange one.
I always found this music while fighting this thing kind of weird. It just feels like you're in a Mario Party bonus stage or some shit.
Well, I thought the whole shtick about this specific robot that you were trying to go get in the story in the chapter
don't
2
tell
story.
me you're gonna remember the robot lore.
Yes, this one was in love with a building with a white tarp on it. I think they even called the building Mr. White.
I hate you.
Why do you hate me? Why don't you love me? Why don't you love me like this robot loves Mr. White? Like, come on. Are you really gonna let family love get beaten out by a robot, a mechanical robot, and a building?
Hey, that building had a lot going for it. It had structure.
It fell. It collapsed. It died.
But before then, it had structure. It had a good thing going.
How do I?
Just like most relationships, it got ruined.
How do I remember that? Idiot savant. That's literally. I can't think of a better way to put it out, if I'm being entirely honest. Wait.
This guy. Let me tell you, chat. This guy. 1 point. We're in a Discord server with our homies. And he just, I don't know what triggered him, what like activated it in his brain, what code they injected into him. But he recites the entire like spiel from the guy from Incredibles, Buddy, whatever the heck his name is, Syndrome.
I recite
he just
the
does the
entire
whole
Syndrome
Syndrome
monologue.
Just out of the blue, and it was funny as fuck.
Yeah. Yeah, that's just how it is.
Now that's not to say I don't have my own, special brand of retardation myself, and I just start spouting random stuff from when I was a child. I think we all do it to a degree. And the main factor is just how bored are you at your job right now?
I don't know if I would chalk that one up to just being bored of my job, if I'm being honest.
It would definitely be me bored of my job.
You know what'd be funny is if the trial Ambi that I'm about to play right now doesn't have the buff, doesn't have the buff.
Okay, well I've played the character, so I own the character. I played the character. I can tell you if this is the buff or not. I'm actually watching the screen now. I'm being a good audience member. Assuming it doesn't get blocked by all the particle effects. Can we all just agree that as gacha players, it's already we already have our own brand of retardation? Absolutely not. I am well adjusted and own every Genshin Impact character. How dare you, good sir, imply that I am not an adjusted adult?
Yeah, you're cooked.
But Nefer's coming next patch.
Who? Are you gonna pull on the skins for the Mario Party mode while you're at it, by the way?
I don't know anything about how that's gonna get handled. Z was trying to tell me that there's gacha in it.
Oh, so you're okay? So you're gonna dock? No, yeah. There are costumes you can gacha for. I've seen the 4-star costumes. I think they look better than the 5-star ones. I don't know. The modeling in general of the gacha skins just don't look as good.
I don't know what they look like. Again, my assumption has always been and as follows. They're making this weird Mario Party mode so that they don't have to keep writing in these weird explanations for why their minigames keep coming back, or why they're slightly elaborated on each time, and also so they don't have to worry about putting the scripting in the world somewhere and creating a new backdrop for it. I just assume the Mario Party mode exists to be a little box that they can put players in and put minigames inside of, while it not conflicting with game coding. That's my assumption why they're doing this. And probably because people are getting kind of bored of doing the same minigames like every 7 to 8 months. So they're just going to take a bunch of them, make them in like a random quick play. And then if you get this one, you get this one. If you get that one, you get that one. Doesn't matter. Just play it 10 times. You get your Primo Gems for that season or something.
Wait, I gotta get a 40k multiplier for S rank? There's no fucking way.
Uh-oh, he's getting angry. Now I can pay attention. Chat. Pay attention. He's getting angry. Chat. Tried to get into Punishing Grey Raven, but it never clicked.
Ah! I did not get the parry.
Feels kind of bad since I have Kiana is it Wuthering Waves. Okay, so I'm gonna Google this. Pion Isimo. Huh? Feels kind of bad since I have Piana Isimo. Piana Isimo by dictionary is very softly. I don't know what they mean by that.
No.
But GD Man Secator feels so sick as a unit. I don't know what he means. Selena. Oh, you're talking about Punch.
I got it. Okay, we probably shouldn't be running around with the trial Ambi that does not have signature W engine and probably has like mid as hell discs, assuming they're even on the right set.
Sorry to say, none of the two dumbasses speaking to you through cheap headsets, have played Punishing Gray Raven.
Cheap headset.
Or
Okay,
spent hundreds of dollars in them.
My headset is pretty cheap. The microphone. My microphone's like lower mid tier. Oh, there's a finale. Oh boy.
Yeah, I figured after I saw Punishing Gray Raven, at least for the third time. I think I got it by that time.
Quick config. Oh boy. No. It honestly might be a better idea if I like have a lower rating on the there's the monoclone, by the way. That's a fucking spoiler right there.
He's in the bathroom now. This is now my stream. It's basically been my stream anyway, because he's been so focused on the game that I'm the one talking anyway. You see, Acid Candy, as I said before, I don't go on Reddit. I don't really engage with online chats or anything with these games. I just play these games, and when I don't play these games, I go do something else, go hang out with friends, go play other games, go to work, spend time with family, blah, 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 blah. Anyway, point is, I've heard people do not like Imaginarium Theater in Genshin Impact. I've heard this from him. Because again, I don't go online, I don't see this stuff. I actually like Imaginarium Theater because I am a casual dick sucker, and I just think, hey, a mode that allows me to play multiple different characters, I think it's fun. It's ass. I think it's fun. You want to know why? Because as someone who is very well adjusted, not retarded, and owns every single Genshin Impact character, and has basically all of them built, unironically, all of them built. They all have, like, good, passable, if not great, substats. I like having a mode that enables me to use my roster. I will not put Amber in there. You can't make me. She sits on the bench the whole time. I don't like it because as a casual returning player, it's a game mode that I can't finish at all. Even with horizontal investment for 2 years, I can understand why people don't like the mode. Because the vast majority of players... Oh, Yadari's here.
Yeah,
the
she's
vast
on trial.
majority of characters...
Wait,
sorry,
she has
of
Sig?
players in these gacha games...
Oh, wait, these have Sig. Oh, okay.
They just have a handful of characters, and they play the game. They just have a one of my best friends who played the game, unironically, met his fiance through the game. I wonder how he's doing.
Wait, you wonder how he's doing?
He played... Yeah, well, I don't remember if his fiance moved to here from Australia or whatever. Anyway, I know that one of my friends has played basically only Hu Tao up until Natlin. And Hu Tao was their favorite. And they have, they have other characters as they've played their account, but they mostly were just Hu Tao, Hu Tao, Hu Tao. So I can imagine for him, Imaginarium Theater was ass, because he didn't have that many characters. I can't join in this conversation because I don't play Genshin. Oh, you can absolutely join in this conversation. Let me speed run this for you. Imaginarium Theater is a mode that has 4 difficulty options. And when we say 4 difficulty options, we just mean 4 ways to play it. Each one just means it's longer. You can still get rewards from playing multiple of them to get like the stars or whatever you want to call it. It's just that the most efficient way to play it is to have enough characters to do the 4th quote-unquote difficulty, so you can just get all your stars at once, and there's like 2 bonus stars at the end that you can't get on the other ones. The main thing about the mode is that you need to have a large roster for it. Now, when I say large roster, I mean you're picking 14 characters to go in there. Right off the rip. You're not picking 4 characters out of 14...
Think of it like as
right
Genshin.
you go in the
Think
room.
of it as Genshin's rogue. We're talking about Imagine, right?
Imaginarium Theater.
Yeah, it's like Genshin's idea of a roguelike, but it's like it's in the style of like endgame content.
It's not really a great way to put it. Again, the main reason people don't like it, Ari, is because you have to have so many characters for it. Now, in theory, again, you only need 14 if you want the max, but you only need 10 if you just want to, like, go into it and try it, if you want to attempt the mode. But 14 is what you need if you want to optimally get in. That's the main reason why people don't like Imaginary Theater, is that it is a mode that requires you to have 14 characters. And bear in mind, an extra element to it, it can't just be 14 of any characters. It has to be 14 out of 3 elements with some exceptions. So let's say it's electro, fire, freaking air, right? Those 3 elements. You can only pick from those 3 elemental types with the whole game's roster, provided you also own them. They give you a little bit of leeway by the fact that before you even go in, there are 6 characters that you automatically just kind of get a trial version of, but that's it, only 6, and they don't even count to this 14 picker. So in total, you're supposed to have 20. 6 will be given to you, but 14, bare minimum, at least roughly like 10, need to be your own, give or take. You can go in with less, I think. It's just that 10 is the optimal amount if you want to try and at least fully clear it. Now, I don't know what happens if you don't have enough characters, and if you run out of characters per se, because there's like a resource thing. There's a resource management from level to level. I don't know what happens if you run out of characters. It probably just boots you from the map. So yeah. That is why people don't like Imaginary Theater. It is a mode that focuses more on accounts that are somebody put it well. If the Abyss or Tower or Shield Defense, whatever you want to call it, is a push for you to have really strong handful of characters, then Imaginary Theater wants you to have a wide roster.
I can't
So
remember.
instead
Do I need to do this in 3 minutes?
Instead of having like a super high, powerful teams, you want a wide selection of teams. And that's why people don't like it. Because most people that play these games, they just get a handful of characters.
More than one. Can I not count for a second? 150 seconds. Am I just count bad? Beetle enemies, 90 seconds. 90 seconds is 130. 150 is... It gave me an S. We're just going to keep going. UCC game
see,
mode
S and candy.
You say I don't know. We have. I have to get to the. I have to get to the hard mode to figure out how bad it is. But, I did just kind of. I was just kind of cheeks when fighting the punchy robot. So, take that recent one with the grain of salt.
So, Acid Candy, you say, repeat a lie till it becomes true does not apply. You're right, it does not apply, because I haven't said a lie at any point since we turned on this camera. Or, turned on this stream. Go through the, I don't know how long this has gone on, the whole, 2 hours? Not said a single lie. Can't prove it. Well, I mean, ZZ has a skeletal roster because it's still relatively new in the grand scheme of things. ZZ gives you 5 free characters. That is true, but as a man who has not been paying attention to my co-host gameplay, I can't tell you if 5 is good enough.
Well, only
he can
the
tell you
lineup.
that.
Well, for this final stage, the lineup is literally just a full Rupture free trial. So you get Yadari, Jafufu, and Lucia. That's the whole lineup.
I will admit, I was not into Yadari, but seeing how jiggly they made that octopus wench, well, maybe,
Compass.
I could go for some octopus.
Why am I facing this way? Oh, I gotta go downstairs. I am honestly not a fan of like the little like ringed piece right there.
What ring piece?
On the below the yellow frivels on the skirt.
If they in the story,
holy shit! At least Yanagi could hold it down. Also, I kind of find it funny how it seems like the drapes are kind of off sync with
I just realized the hammer is like a vibrator.
No, we don't need to bring that up.
It's a cold vibrator.
Me when I'm a Monster Hunter hammer main, just spinning. Interesting. Surely I don't need to know how to use either of these characters for me to use them correctly. Surely.
I'll be honest, I like these characters' designs. I don't like that they're in the same faction as whatever the heck Alice and them are in. I think they would have been better off in their own faction.
Alright. What was that? That was probably her. Oh, shit.
Reminds me of when I fought the soldier Ambi boss in Hollow Zero before I was supposed to in the story.
Can I get a parry? That's not a parry. How do I build that meter? I don't know shit about these characters.
Action is just a form. I mean, yeah, but still, like, I feel like there's a bit of a stretch in design. You have schoolgirl, girl who skips school, guy who skips school, and then, okay, I don't know any story about Lucy or Yadari, but these are clearly two adult women that are not in school. Yeah, she fucks that hammer, just like I remember.
What was that?
That was him getting angry.
No, I think that's just Lucia doing shit.
The fuck?
Oh, yeah, right. She summons ethereals.
Well, it would be cool if she could do that. That'd be cool if she could do that constantly.
How do I build Yuzari's meter? Hold tentacle basic. Alright. I'm holding. Oh.
It's a hammer. You're supposed to charge it up, idiot.
Oh, my health's gone. Oh, alright. Okay, you know what? That makes sense. Alright. Do it again. That was kind of cool.
Some of those tentacle moves reminds me of Alawi from League of Legends.
Okay, that was kind of cool.
Anybody else getting Alawi from League of Legends vibes? I don't remember the tentacle slams when I first saw the leaks on her like attacks. I'm pretty sure it was literally just the hammer.
Yeah, I don't know what I'm talking about. I didn't I'm so sick of fighting Miasma Priest.
What, you mean you're not sick?
Fight something else?
When I fight Miasma Priest, I mute the game's dialogue every time. Every single time. Who wants to listen to this bitch? Every time you swing at her, go in reverb. Like that. Who wants to listen to that? It's fucking annoying. As I said, Acid, I have not told one lie. I am a well-adjusted individual. I was just Soraka main, by the way.
I still have League installed.
Motherfucker, when you didn't have a job for fucking like a whole year and 2 months, and you said, I'm gonna get into some League, and you didn't join us, I feel betrayed!
I don't know when that happened.
You're a failed NEET.
Failed meat?
Did you just say that? You heard me. Failed NEET.
Oh, neat. I thought you said meat.
Kaisa Shaco mid lane. My friend would hate you. Both Monato and Yadari consume HP for some attacks.
I know that, and that's literally all I know about the character.
Well, they're definitely going to need to add more healers now, if that's the case. I remember when
Lucy already healed.
I remember when Ari said, and I quote, when I said early on, yeah, they'll probably just add healers or something. And then he said no. And then they said Astra, yeah.
And then they said,
now,
can you?
Oh, does he heal as well?
Yeah, he heals.
Don't
You're
worry, as
supposed to
as a local pro team analyst, I hate myself too. I never went pro in League of Legends, but I did play with the professional Smite players quite a bit about 8 years ago. You know, when the game. Why didn't you get input? But nobody fucking knows what Smite here is, so I'm not gonna bother talking about it. They both heal themselves with some attacks. That makes sense. That obviously they would be Bork characters if they couldn't self-heal. Yudari can parry during the hold. So if Marionette throws the clones, it automatically dies. I'm just an analyst because I'm not good enough to play mechanically. Math is fun though. I love analyzing myself. If you couldn't tell, both of us do. I need to keep talking or else I have to listen to Isolde coming.
What? You don't want to hear that?
How do you stand this? If this was me with the controls right now, frame one come in, that's cool. Frame one, I come in, mute dialogue instantly. Done and done. Don't have to listen to this.
I'm the one playing the game. By the way, this mode is mandatorily locked off until you get to account level 55, by the way, so, you know, I don't know how many characters someone would have by the time they get to level 55.
It's 55. How is that a problem? That's like the soft max for everybody.
I'm just making a comment.
Quickly.
I'm just making a comment. So that's all the rewards, right?
I can't play ZZZ on Japanese, only English. You see, and I'm the opposite. I can't listen to anything with an English dub.
Ending collection.
I don't speak English, so it's just a problem.
Why would there
for me.
be?
Maybe I'll figure it out soon.
Why would there be endings tied to this? Wait, there's more currency here?
What, can you keep going?
So wait.
How long is this mode?
I'm gonna take a guess. I'm gonna take a guess here for a second. I'm going to assume.
Oh, this is the hard mode.
I'm going to assume if this is just a theory. I'm going to assume every ending you unlock, it gets harder as you have to run through it all over again. That is my guess. I have nothing to back this up. That is just what I'm thinking. Also, doesn't this game mode reset? When does this game reset? I guess every patch, or maybe even longer.
That is a hot-ass take to see someone say Wuwa has the best English voiceovers, knowing the history of Wuwa.
Wait, you don't like British?
That is a fire-ass.
You don't like British?
Well, at least we know there's one liner in chat.
What? One liner in chat. Let's do. Where's my?
They asked, does this mode cycle?
Yeah. There was a timer at the bottom left. It said like more than 42 days, and the other mode that has that is Battle Tower. So it might take a long while before it cycles. A long while. Either that, or it cycles every patch. That's my guess. It's one of those two answers. All right, take your pick. Yeah, B.
All right. So let's have a small, quick tangent on why most English VAs are bad. And I'll be honest, it's primarily the women. Sorry. It's the women. I'm going to list a man women. Reason. No. Well, now I'm clicked out of context. And now my life is over. Anyway, for the women, because I'm going to list a men problem. I just misspoke. For the women, it's the problem that when they try and do a cutesy Japanese voice, well, first off, they're not Japanese, so it just doesn't work because their dialect, the like softer speaking tone is because they're more homogenous, more like polite. trusted society, blah blah blah. So that's like a byproduct of their politeness is the softer speaking voice, or sometimes the like almost squeaky voices. So when the red-blooded American or proud British try and emulate that, it just comes off as a fucking like a 40-year-old trying to like I don't know, make their 5-year-old kid like giddy. They're just like and it just doesn't work. The men problem is that they sound flat the whole fucking time.
Damn it.
A lot of men voice actors for English dubs will just sound flat the whole freaking time. And funnily enough, there are JP men that sound flat in of themselves as well, but they make it work because they know the content of the character. They know what they're trying to go for.
And then Miyabi, Yanagi, Sokaku, Ice, Fire, Buff, this one, this one, and you need what you need. Let's just do this one. Is this one chain attack? No, it's not.
Wuwa 2.0 VA are amazing though. I mean, most of Wuwa 2.0 things are amazing. I'm gonna be honest, guys. Though this is gonna be a little bit of a weird take, just because it's coming out here. I've been if we're talking Wuthering Waves, I've actually been
Claire. Hello, Claire. Sorry, I haven't been paying attention. I've been trying to team build.
Claire was asking, how did the polls go?
Oh, the polls went. I got 3. In $300, I got 3 Vivians. So I'd say solid run. I did not pull Lucia. I'm not planning on pulling like Yadari. I'm not planning on pulling Jafufu. I'm not gonna do any Rupture. We'll see how that goes for my account down the line.
Alright. So now that he's distracted on gameplay again, this is now my stream again. Okay. I want a sort of temp check from anyone here who plays Wuthering Waves in the chat. Is anyone else... I haven't played the new story, Wuthering Waves. It seems like it's going to be like a genuine actual finale, finally. But has anybody, at least not counting this patch, been kind of bored of like the last 3 patches? Or at least the motivation of the current going narrative of the past 3 patches. Because when we first found Cartithia in like the floating castle thing, it was like, oh cool, we're going to save her, we're going to remove the Theranodian's presence, and then we're going to try and like diplomatically solve the church back on above ground, whatever, right? I think there was a problem the moment they basically said, we've solved the Thenodian problem. Oh, it came back. And we solved it. And it came back again. No, we solved it again. Like, literally, if we include this current patch, which I haven't done the story, this is the 4th time we are solving the Thenodian issue. And I'm sorry, guys. Look. Renaseed has been great. But you can't keep the princesses in another castle like this. You can't just tell me we solved the issue and we're gonna go do a different issue now. And then it's the same issue again. It's just, I'm getting bored over here.
I stopped playing after I got Prolova. I was just kind of getting bored.
That's the only story that didn't bore me, because it didn't focus so hard on the Thenodian. It actually focused on finalizing the church and the church guy. I'm blanking on the church guy's name. It was solving that
Frederico?
part of the storyline. Frederico, yes. It solved the Frederico storyline.
I like how I know that, but I quit the game.
Thank you. Hey, it's like that weird thing you said that you remembered.
Idiot Savant?
Yeah. The Frederico storyline, that was actually kind of a cool send-off for Frederico. I thought that was pretty badass, the way they sent him off. That was fine. But then we go to Septimont again. It's like, okay, wait, so we just dealt with the red guys. I'm blanking on their name again. Don't judge me. The Fractuitus. We solved the Fractuitus thing, but then they have the Dark Tide coming over, but the Dark Tide is not a wave wave-worn phenomenon. It's just the Thermodian again. Because the whole, like, I understand that technically the Thermodians affect the wave-worn phenomenons. Or the Wuthering Wave phenomenon, whatever the hell they call it. But then, the Thermodians here, again, directly engage. It's like, long story short, I haven't done the new story. I can't wait to finally finish off, hopefully, completely, please, the Leviathan. Woowa has a content issue, there's just nothing to do. Absolutely agree. Here's the thing, a lot of people sit there and say like, oh my god, the flight. Here's the funny thing, he's always making the videos, he's always making the opinions, this is my fault, okay? I still like Woowa, I'll still play Woowa, but they make it hard to make it exciting. I think that's the main problem. Woowa has a problem with trying to hype you up when you're already done with the content. Like, it doesn't do a good job of exciting you for what's to come in a lot of instances. But when you're in the moment, when you're in the new thing, it's pretty hype. But then when it's over, it's like, okay, well, there was like no cliffhanger whatsoever. We don't know like what could happen in the future. Like, the only thing we knew that was going to happen in the future for the entirety of Renacida is that we need to stop the Thermodian and we need to stop Frederico. The moment Frederico left, I was like, so we're done? Question mark? We're going back to Septimont for something? Like, they don't do a good job of, cliffhangering. So, yeah. I think it's lore accurate because the Thermodians are unkillable. Maybe. But, could they take a nap for an extended period of time? Can it not be for, like, 10 minutes?
That's kind of like what ZZ. That's kind of like what ZZ kind of has issue is that they're not doing a good job of like balancing out antagonist groups to give like a breath of fresh air or a palate cleanser. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, as I said, when you're in the moment, when you're
Light-Ruined Exploration,
when you're in the moment-to-moment storylines, those are pretty good. Like, those are good. Really, no complaints overall at all. I think weirdly enough, it kind of dragged near the end of that Augusta story, when it's like, okay, we're in the destroyed city. Clearly, I'm gonna go to the giant fight pit. Let me go to the fight pit. Why are we spending an hour here building up the fight pit for the false sovereign? Okay. But other than that, most of the patches, and pretty much all of them ever since Renacida started, have been great in the moment, but just not good after the fact. I had a previous thing I was going to say about Flight, let me get to that. Somebody said there is nothing to do in Woowa, and here's Woowa's main problem when it comes to open world exploration. Adding Flight to the game actually did something negatively in the design room to the player.
Design ethos, is that the word you're looking for?
No. There's a problem from when the design is made in the design table, but then when it's transferred to the player and it's given to the player's hands. The players have been preconditioned since early Renacida to fly around everywhere. Not necessarily because it's faster, but because there's so many fucking hills everywhere. Even if you chose not to fly, it would be, objectively, terrible. Because there are way too many high points in the map that it would just be a pain. You'd be constantly teleporting and then jumping off and then gliding from the highest point just to get to somewhere. Just give them Flight. So they gave him Flight, right? Good solution, because let's be honest, there's a lot of sights you can see while flying in 1.0 Renacida that look great from the sky. Problem, a lot of the zones that came later didn't really account entirely for the flight to begin with. Let's use Septimont as an example. I think Septimont's a great example. When you're using Flight in Septimont, from like the city gates to like the main open city or like the outer walls, it's fantastic there because it wants you to fly around and do the little combat minigame. It's a one-time combat minigame, like the, I don't remember what it is, like the battle mode where you fight things and you level up your meter and then you go fight. You're flying around, you're seeing all the little nodes, you see, like the capture the flag and all that, and it's fun. It's just back and forth flying, seeing the giant city walls and then the giant city itself. It's great. But then when you walk outside, the flight doesn't, like the environment outside of the main Septimont city
doesn't really give you anything to do with the flying. Like, if you were just walking around, I think the experience would unironically be better because some of the wow factor and the size of, like, the giant dragon skeleton southwest. The sense of scale of it is not great when you're flying. Versus if you're walking around, walking into its skull, walking into its skeletal body, that type of thing. I think in a weird way, the flight has done more to diminish some of the visual spectacles of the map than enhance them later on. Again, it was fine in 1.0. I think it was fine during 1.0. But after that, they didn't really do anything to account for the fact people are just going to be flying everywhere. Because there's no eye candy during flight in Septimon. That's my personal take on it. And I think the new area in Septimon, or like the newer areas, like the south area, I think it's even worse because you're not really looking at anything. You're just looking at giant basalt rocks, and you're trying to fly straight up to get to the top of the basalt rocks, or fly straight down to get to these purple pools that don't really, there's nothing interesting to look at. And on top of that, there's no exploration that's like consecutive. There's no like, you broke open a cave and you go through the cave and the cave takes like 30 minutes to an hour to do. There's none of that. It's just, we speckled a few chests and a few combat zones that you're just going to fly to and ignore the like locales completely. Like the new area they brought, I don't know if it's part of this version, the new area they brought in this latest patch of Wuthering Waves, they have literally just basically put the new Echo set for Galbrena, and that was it. Like, I went there and I explored all of it today in like 30 minutes. It's just like 20 chests and a red version of the Lioness fight. That's it. There's nothing to do in the new area. And again, it does nothing to be a visually pleasing.
Was that what you were fighting when I walked by into the kitchen?
Yeah, it's just a red Lioness. But
I thought you were doing like a hologram fight just out in the open or something.
No, it wasn't hard at all. Like, I beat it in like fucking 30 seconds. It wasn't hard at all. But that was it. That was the only thing in that area. That whole new area. It's like, wow, great. Alright, I have been yapping. Let me read chat to see if anybody disagrees with me or entirely, if somebody agrees with me or somebody entirely disagrees with me. They're all their own self-contained stories per patch rather than giving a cliffhanger for 4 years and then rush a new region because we forgot to push story moment like another game. I'm going to assume that's a Genshin comment. Let me try and directly talk about that. So they don't need to put a cliffhanger that's solved 4 years later. Like, you can use many Genshin examples. Like, Fontaine apparently is this, you know, steampunk area. 4 years later, you get Fontaine. That type of thing. They don't need to do that for WoW, but they do need to build something. Like, I feel like unless you're reading lore books, or if you're looking at small little bits of, you know, NPC dialogue, you probably didn't really know Septimont was coming when Renacita was 2.0, when it first came out. They could have been like, oh yes, there's Rome over there, somewhere. Rome is over there. Or Greece, whatever place is trying to be. It's over there, somewhere. It's got all these things. Blah, 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 blah. There's not much being built up at all. I'm not saying they need to cliffhanger. I'm saying they need to give something to make somebody excited about. And it doesn't need to be a burst of excitement. And it needs to be like contemplation. Like, people are on the Reddit. And again, maybe it's in lore books or something like that. But the main thing is you need to give somebody a small piece that is they can be exposed to just from playing, and then they can go and contemplate it and then maybe dig deeper into it later. But if you don't give them a little piece, they can't go deeper into it. Okay, let me try and read some more things. 2.7 so asks, we need new endgame mode or actual combat events. I don't know how they can add something new without it being fast-paced, but I think that's purely just based on a way WoW's gameplay is structured. I won't go too deep into that. Flight, Ruin, Exploration, MIO. Okay, so that person agreed with me. The only thing they can do is seal them. WoW map is just a chore to explore. It takes too long. It is the fastest out of any of these games that I know of because I played all of these games. But it's still a chore no matter what because it's not interesting gameplay, so I agree with you, Cookie. I remember a Devlog stated they didn't like the flight mechanic and will give different movement instead of flight to other regions. I like that idea. I like that idea a lot. I think more movement tech generally would be good rather than just flight. I think a good example of this would be like if anybody's played Minecraft, the difference between like, I don't know, giving you more ability to jump or sprint versus just you turn on God mode and fly somewhere. If they can give us more movement tech or some kind of movement, that would be better. Acid says hard agree, honestly. I'm going to assume that's based on something I've mentioned, at least one thing. Can't even get the new Nightmare set since it's story locked. That's unfortunate. I don't disagree. Completely agree. Okay, a lot of people are agreeing with me. Yeah, so as I've been having this little like tangent and trying to like flood my thoughts to the stream, I've been walking and pacing in my little living space right here. I've not looked
Zombie,
at chat at all.
Zombie. I haven't done the story yet. I've just been playing. The new endgame mode. If you're asking about like the text in it, I'm not really paying attention to that. I'm just playing the mode.
Okay, I have completely caught up with chat. So yeah, it's a good thing I'm not the streamer because I like to sit here and just literally pace, stare at my fridge, stare at the window.
Who's
stare
not?
At my fridge,
oh no! Wait, no! This doesn't matter. That's just ether damage. That's just ether damage bonus for Nicole. I don't have to worry about her. That's kind of weird.
I feel like a teacher giving a lecture to students, and 5 people have their hand raised. And I'm just
dodge
ignoring
counter,
them.
anomaly. All right, let's get the shot. There was like a branching path there, so so my options were to like rescue somebody, quote unquote, and or just quote unquote clear the hollow, which just means that my boss had like an S rank requirement of 28k, but I chose the top option, so now I have to fight a bringer and get an S rank score of 40k. So we'll see how that goes.
Well, good luck with that. All right, he's gonna be focused. It's time for me to. I want to get another temp check. I want another get a. Speak, idiot, speak! Sorry. I want to get another temperature check from this chat right now. How many people, if any at all, I'm just looking for like 1 or 2, maybe 3, still engage with Star Rail at all? Anything related to Amorphous?
That one. Dude, I'm sucking so bad. I might just restart.
I know we've been discussing stuff, but what are you called again? I just dropped by chat now.
My brother. Do we want to give him a name?
Much. Freckles, I guess. That's my online alias.
You want to type that into the YouTube chat?
It's just Freckles. They don't need to know that there's a PH and a Z. It's just Freckles.
But isn't that the funny part? Do you want to like mention like the Payday 2 reference around that and the body bag?
Okay, I called myself Freckles because I liked to run around with a body bag on my back on Payday 2 and call
Payday
the
2
body
Xbox. Payday 2 Xbox.
Payday 2 Xbox. Very important detail.
Payday 2 Xbox.
360. Xbox 360. Very important detail. I had a body bag with a dead body on my back, and I liked calling it Freckles, and I would tell everybody it's called Freckles because I can't tell if there are freckles on their face or if it's the buckshot from my gun all over their skull. Anyway, why did you want me to tell them that? It's so irrelevant. Anyway, alright, who's played Star Rail here? I installed HSR during Cypher Banner, never played Star Rail, quit before Pentacoding, quit before Pentacoding. Returned and skipped Old Quest, pulled Saber, Umbrella March, immediately uninstalled. Quit to Fate collab, came back for Evernight, should be grinding for Serene. New player gave out a lot, including all characters like Ruan Mei, Archer Don Heng. I'm just gonna call you Ari's brother, that's fine. Bro, brother, Ari bro, Ari2, thing 1, thing 2.
You can call him
the other
better,
one.
The better brother. I'm thinking in high school.
Well, don't put yourself down like that. Anyway.
Yeah, I've always been better. Duh.
I'm gonna have a hot take here, because I know that when it comes to Star Rail, a lot of people played it comparatively to the player numbers of the other games, partially because it was easier.
Awful, by the way. That was awful.
But I know a lot of people checked out because Penacony was too fucking long a story. And sadly, the same is for Morpheus. But I've got to say it. If anybody here knows, because they relatively still being somewhat keeping up with Star Realm, funnily enough, even though Morpheus has some of the most insane story runtimes I've seen in any of these MiHoYo games, like if you take every patch and add them all together, it's over 50.
Yeah, my horror
Not
gameplay
even
was dog shit. That was
not even-
absolute bad. Atrocious.
Not even going to pretend that Star Rail is the new expansion, like version 3 in general, in its entirety. 3 to 3.6. I'm not going to pretend it's not more than 50 hours. It is an insane amount of time just for the story alone. But that story is surprisingly pretty peak. And on top of that, story aside, because we were talking about Wuwa exploration.
I just want to kind of just stop you for a second. I'm glad we finally have an endgame mode where they actually put more than one elite mob in the room with you. It was
I can
always
agree
good.
with that too. I think this might be fun when I play it. Anyway, the Star Rail exploration for the new planet in general slaps. They took a game where it's just a bunch of hallways and like invisible walls, and they made the exploration and like the grabbing collectibles and chests actually super fun in Morpheus.
I like
don't know
how
if
the
anybody's
electric
played
guy.
all that much Morpheus.
I like how the big brute died faster. I guess that's what happens when you electrocute yourself as your mechanic.
I checked out of Genshin and HSR for the same reason. It's the whole Yap Fest with NPC 247. Talk to NPC 248. Because their stories are incredible. Yes, the Flame Chaser storyline is unironic. Like, when we first got to Penacony, I was like, I thought I was playing not Penacony, Morpheus. When I first got to Morpheus, I was thinking pretty early on, as early as like just like patch 3.1, I thought I was playing Star Rail, not Star Rail Morpheus edition or something like that. Like, it felt like a completely different game. But now I'm at the point where it's just like, fuck, man. The moment we leave Morpheus, it's gonna go back to the tangled mess of so many different possible antagonists and so many different like factions that are not getting representation storyline that we had when Penacony opened up. I'm actually not looking forward to leaving Morpheus because then then we're going back to the shitstorm, which was post Penacony. They really fucked up with like the entire world flow and narrative and the universe because of Penacony. Oh god, that planet did so much damage. But it's the story presentation for Honkai Star Rail.
It's the
at
lead
least better.
writer is a lot of the reasons why that
The
is.
Star Rail presentation of the story, if we're talking just like cinematics or just vibe, the vibe is there. The vibe is there. The Yap can get in the way still. It happens. But when it hits better than ZZZ. And honestly, at some points it hits better than Wuba.
Wait, do I just have to not die? Oh, just don't die. Oh, okay, then Caesar all the way. Why wouldn't you? Why would you not use Caesar during these optional battles if all you have to do is just not die in 10 minutes?
I'm happy Giga gave a really good explanation to everything, and that caught me up. Oh, I didn't know Giga was doing a
Oh yeah, no, Giga does a lot of Star Rail.
Does he does catch up or does he just play it?
I don't know.
Okay.
All I know is I used him as like as an opener for one of my videos.
But here's the main problem with Yap and Star Rail. The problem with Yap and Star Rail is two things. One, it's long and it just sucks. But the thing is the it sucks part is a problem from Penacony, because Penacony was a lot of murder mystery, but you're the murderer. No, you're not the murderer. It's you. It's not you. Wait, she's not even murdered to begin with? What the fuck are we doing now? What do you mean Sunday all of a sudden is trying to kill us all?
Well,
like,
no. It shift from murder mystery to a conversation of like personal freedoms and safety. They didn't tie that in.
The whole narrative was a nothing burger, which it kind of sucks because
see the Stellaron.
Yeah, we didn't even see it. 2.0 itself of Star Rail, like the initial entrance into Penacony, was just fine, but I don't know what it is, man. The moment I saw Dr. Ratio and fucking Gambler Man. What's Gambler Man's name?
Dr.
You love him.
Aventurine. I love Aventurine.
The moment I saw
Best boy.
Dr. Ratio and Aventurine in that bar, just as their NPC models standing there talking, which bear in mind that happens a lot in Starville anyway, but there was no special camera angles, there was no cinematography like they usually do with those basic scenes. When there was no cinematography, it was literally just the camera's right here in a very generic motion with no like editing or anything like that, no pans in, no different camera angles. When it was just use ratios here, now back to Aventurine, now back to Ratio, now back to both of them. I knew we were cooked. But then I knew we were especially cooked when fucking 2.2 Robin Patch was 10 hours long. Now, the length, as I said, has not been fixed, but at least the content within the Yap is better in Amorpheus, and I'm happy for that.
I think he's about to pull his hand up. Yeah, he's about to
You mean you
hand.
don't like talking about the Charmony dub? I absolutely don't like talk about the Charmony dub in the same way that Star and Wuwa was trying to tell me about a lamb in wolf's clothing or whatever the fuck he was trying to do for 2 hours. Why don't they just cut that scene down? I know they haven't changed that scene in Wuwa 1.0. Just cut that scene down. Take Star's lines, cut a half of it, or 70% of it. Everybody understands what he's trying to say. He's trying to say, I'm Star, I was in this village. This village was with mean people. Now I'm gonna kill them all. Like, they could have just done it so much faster.
Wait, why? That's racist. He wants to kill him because they're new people? That's it?
Just a drip marketed just happened. I hate you for saying that, because I just spent my currency in that game to get the other character, because I was like, they're taking so long for the Chissa drip marketing, I can't wait anymore, I'm bored, I'm getting this Devil May Cry character, woman with the guns. You're telling me Chissa dropped right now. I hate it here, because I was waiting for her, and I don't have anything to say about it.
Wait, are you serious?
They're saying Chissa just, the frickin'
The marketing?
The marketing just dropped right now. I am so upset. I don't know where to find it, though. I'm bad at using this. Okay, no, never mind. There's an Instagram post. She really does just look like Rio from Blue Archive.
We're gonna be playing, do you want to mention, the not Blue Archive game that's coming out in this Sunday that we're gonna be playing?
Why the fuck would I do it? You do it. It's your game you fucking paid attention to.
Alright, sure. If anybody is interested, there is... We're just gonna pause this for a second. There's a game called Stellar Sora. It's not of high quality. I'm gonna tell you that right now. Let me pull up the website. There's a game called Stellar Sora coming out, and it's kind of it's published by Yostar. It has like that aesthetic of Blue Archive, but it's kind of like a top-down hack and slash, top-down adventure hack and slash. This is the main website for it. And I have I think I might need to full screen this so it actually like scrolls properly, or it just could be because it's loading up the application. But me and my brother are gonna play this Sunday. They have they have an event. When you first start, there's a beginner banner where you can do 20 free polls, 20 free 10 polls, and then you pick what you want based off of one of those 20 10 polls, which one you want to keep, and then you go from there. And there's also going to be some events for like some. Why can't I get this to move so I can like show a little bit of the characters? Okay. Y'all can look at that for yourself. There's a lot of characters that are coming out on launch for that game. But the version 1.0 events are going to include the ability to get up to 2 standard 5-star characters and 2 standard 5-star weapons. So I at least want to just kind of just play around with it for maybe a couple days and see how that goes. Delasora when? The 19th. This Sunday, the 19th, and it will be available on PC. You don't mind if I sort of like leak our DMs for a second, do you?
For the character images?
Yeah, the character images. There's So
There are like
these
30
these
images
are,
of my penis in there, so it is going to be unfortunate, but do what you have to
these
do.
these are some of the characters that they've been shown off in official media. There's honestly quite a few. There's like this is like a third of them. And then let me just go back for a second. Then this character is free as part of like the pre-registration milestones. But here's like some more characters. This is like one of the standard 5 stars you can claim for free through event content or other stuff when the game launches. 2 Blue Archive. Yeah, it is very Blue Archive coded. It's very Blue Archive coded. I just want to give it a shot. I just kind of want to see what it's like. And then
I'm apathetic and don't particularly care.
I mean, I probably don't have anything planned to do that Sunday. And so this was on a Japanese pre-release preview. So it's going to be 70 character polls and then 70 weapon polls, and then participate in 2 events to get 2 regular 5-star characters. And this is a list. So you got the witch, the male woman, this very petite green-haired girl, nun, delinquent, painter girl, aid. And then these are the titular weapons for the game. When does the game come out? The 19th. This month, the 19th. So in 5 days, this upcoming Sunday, Stellasora will come out on PC and like mobile and maybe like a couple other platforms. So I'm kind of interested in giving it a shot. I might make a video about it. I don't know. It could go nowhere. It could go nowhere, but I'm willing to give it a shot.
You see, this is the reason I didn't pull for Chissa right here. People are debating right now Chissa's teammates. Cartithia, don't have. Kachona, don't have. Zani, don't have. Phoebe, do have, but it's for a different reason. Yeah, I don't have anything for a Chissa team. So even though I want Chissa, because Chissa pretty, and Chissa has a scissor blade, and we all like scissor blades here. We've all watched Kill la Kill. Don't joke yourself. Ultimately, I don't have anything for a Chissa team. I just don't. So stop while I'm young.
Chissa.
Screw teammates. I just pull for pretty girl. You are so true. You are so dead right. So true, homie. But at the same time, I feel like I want to quit Woowa soon anyway. So what's the point?
I mean, they say waifu over meta, but wouldn't it just be great if your waifu was meta? You know, so you just didn't have to deal with that.
So true.
So here I can choose. So I guess here I can choose between. Do I want to fight a boss with a higher score threshold? In this case, I'm guessing if I pick the top option, I'll have to fight a boss, and I need 40k to get an S rank. Maybe, I don't know. Or I can do this. I don't know yet. It could be something else entirely. What's this say? That's okay. This doesn't tell me anything. I'm not fighting Overseer again, am I? I'm fighting Overseer again. Oh my goodness. I have to use my full roster. Okay, well.
Yuno is queen. That is very, very true.
Who's
I gotta
Yuno? Oh, Wuthering Waves.
Twin-tailed, not Mona.
Waves. I know.
Not Mona, Layla combo.
Okay, so we're gonna do Sokaku on this team with a Ice Bangaboo. This team's gonna suck. Let's just throw the Anomaly team in here, because why not? And we're gonna do Robin. I just have to not die on this fight. I don't have to worry about a score.
Twin-tailed, definitely not Ishtar.
Definitely not.
Shit,
That's
dude.
all right.
Twin-tailed, definitely not Ishtar, who is also them. They have themselves definitely not Rin.
Let's do that. I want to keep Caesar for the bottom. I could probably bring whatever for the bottom, so long as I just don't die. It doesn't really matter. Not really sure what to bring. Oh, I have Austria, so I can bring her on this side. So trigger. No. I want to save that for this one right here. Dude, I'm totally blanking right now. I'm totally Pulchra? No. I think Pulchra works because Evelyn uses uses a lot of EX special, so I think Pulchra can work. Is my Pulchra built? My Pulchra built. Or did I rip?
see,
Or did I
Acid,
rip
I
stuff
think-
off of her? Okay, she's built. She's built. I can use her.
Acid, I think the more accurate thing to say
Go back,
is that every character in Wuwa is bad without their signature. Why do you think the signature in that game doesn't have a 50-50? And again, the polling is only 80 and not 90. That is purely because all of your alternative weapon options in a game like Wuthering Waves suck dick. Just straight up. Your alternatives suck dick for the vast majority of characters.
Who do I use for this bottom tier? I haven't used Jane Doe in a while. Should we do the old reliable the old fire anomaly? And then we'll do I don't know, Oka? Where's that? No, I'll do Bang Volver. I love Bang Volver.
You want to know the problem about Galbarena if you want to not use her sig? It's that her sig looks cool. She's just Dante. She's just Devil May Cry Dante. She has Ivory and Ebony. Are you gonna tell me you're going to play, female Dante and not get Ivory and Ebony? Oh, we're all cooked. We're all getting Ivory and Ebony.
Don't I want? Let's try this buff.
You say every Hoyo character without their sig is a cope. Funnily enough, Genshin doesn't have this problem as badly, and that's because Genshin continuously keeps making new 4-stars at a rapid rate. And some of their event 4-stars are actually not terrible. For instance, there was this great sword from like Mondstadt that had flowers on it. It was like a cute little sword, right?
Where the hell did your pig go? Lucy! I hate using Lucy sometimes. It's so bad.
To get the pig, you just... Oh, did you hit E and it didn't hit?
It landed on the building.
The pig whiff. We love it here. Anyway, sometimes you have these scenarios in Genshin where the event weapons, which in most games, the event equipable is dog shit. The event weapons in Genshin, you wait like 6 months, and like the next signature character that comes out surprisingly fucking uses it to a like strong capacity. I think it's like called the Mayflower or whatever. It's like a blue greatsword with flowers on it. It's pretty good on Kanish, who is a Dendro damage character. Now, it's not his signature. I'm not going to pretend it's his signature, but it's a good alternative. The problem with Wuthering, and fucking ZZ for that matter, finally I talk about the game that's on screen, ZZ, is that a lot of alternatives just fucking suck. Unless your name is Vivian, and your W engine really doesn't do anything. Then you just put the weeping on. Problem solved. Vivian, Yuzuha, and almost every attack character in ZZZ don't need their sig. We can agree to disagree on some things. But that's not a problem of the character not operating with their sig. That's a problem with some of the endgame timers in ZZZ, especially when they like ramped up the HP so early after the game's launch. It kind of feels like you need the sig. Orphe can use Kaboom as a substitute. Orphe's in that weird scenario where she needs all that energy recharge, but in theory, if you had a more damaging option and you just got the energy recharge somewhere else, it probably wouldn't be too bad. I mean, I think the best example for a character needing their signature is on screen right now, Evelyn. You look at her signature, you read what her signature does, and you're just like, ah, yes, 24 crit rate, 50 crit damage.
I gotta be honest,
and
I've never
20 pen.
I've never used Pulchra in like an Evelyn team before like that. That actually felt really smooth, if I'm being entirely honest. That felt like a really good team.
Pulchra's actually a solid character. Remember when I first got my Evelyn?
The thing is, I never had care. Before Evelyn, I didn't have an attacker who would want to like use special or EX special attack, but Evelyn uses it like all the time as part of like, her kit.
Well, no, it's better for Evelyn. It's more consistent to have a support character like Nicole, for example. for Pultra, it's actually better to just run a support and then your damage character. So then when you shoot the gun with Nicole or just some kind of E that's similar, Pultra gets activated, and then you quick assist in your DPS, because at the same time Pultra is ready to do her aftershock, blah 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 blah. So just to mid-max the time on it from like second 0 when the match starts, having like a Nicole or something like that as an example actually is pretty good. Alice can easily use Piper's weapon. I think that's mostly just because Piper's weapon is very flexible. It's just, you keep hitting them, you keep getting boosts.
Okay, well, to be fair, I don't even know I'm doing with this chance. Like, to be fair, I did have Lucy there, and Lucy has like very easy access to EX special attacks, so, and I got to reset her buff anyway consistently, so that's maybe why Pulchra felt.
Did you give Pulchra? Did you give Pulchra the Astra set though?
No, she's running the Jabuku set with the higher the crit rate, the buff.
I guess that works too. But since Pulchra has quick assist, and it's nice to run another character with quick assist, you can actually just use the Astra set, which gives like everybody on the team just a stacking damage boost every time an assist happens. And boom, you have a character that's effectively giving you a support's disc set. As to whether or not the calculations of gods are going to say that that's better or worse than the Jufufu stun set,
Man, I was going hitless that whole time, and then I got hit right at the end. Did I do better there with the horror gameplay, or was I just going full retard pressing buttons? Because I need some input. I need some input. I kind of felt like I was kind of going full retard there whenever like I was
unironically. I think you would unironically be doing worse if you'd have to play the game while reading chat.
Bruh, he wasn't paying attention.
It's okay.
All
We are a radiated two-headed snake. My opinions are your opinions.
Can you?
I love Genshin Impact. You love Genshin Impact. See, he didn't even argue with me. I've already won. King of Summit is just better than Astral Voice. Yeah, it probably is. I don't. Okay, the main thing is I don't remember King of Summit stacks. If it stacks, I assume it stacks. I literally don't have.
I think it's just King of Summit's just really strong and actually pretty easy to get.
Okay, stop saying, "Oh, it's really strong. Oh, it's really good." Say what it does. Okay, I know it gives a crit damage boost. I know it's like a 25% crit damage boost.
No, it's like. Hold on. Character detail. I don't have King of Summit on him. I can't. I don't have King of Summit on Lycon. I can't show.
ZZ weapons are pretty flexible and absolutely they're not their best, but are still pretty good. Here's the thing, again. If we're talking about just playing the game, you don't need a signature. You really genuinely don't. But you're talking to two people who sit here and mauled at Deadly Assault when it's not the lineup that we want, and we don't have the characters for it, and we're trying to get 20,000, even though we already got the 2-star ages to go to the currency. But damn it, we're on a streak of getting 3 stars every time. I can't suddenly not get the 3rd star.
When you're someone like me who pulls every W engine for every S-rank agent they get, I feel like I should be allowed a bit more leeway to more comfortably get S ranks. You know? That's just my opinion. All right, that's my opinion.
That's the problem, because that's not the game telling us we lost. That's us telling us we lost.
That's the problem with like conversations of like HP inflation and power creep in any of these games is that oftentimes you can't like get enough a unanimous decision across consistently enough for people to decide what is an acceptable account.
The certified Haramasa main was not watching, they were preoccupied.
Unfortunate.
So in other words, do it again. Played the funny bowman again, loser.
Oops. Alright, well I just wasted that. Oh, isn't it funny when you have the two Jane Does fighting each other? Oh wait, I don't have to. I just have to survive. I can get hit all I want.
I can get hit all I want? Well, well, since you said so. Jane, do the dash. What are you doing? Do the triple dash that everybody hates fucking trying to mitigate.
Unless you're Jane Doe and you have 3 dodges. Why have they not given characters more than 2 dodges since Jane Doe? I honestly want to know about that.
Because they're not rats. Next question. One of my messages got banned. That's right, and you better think about what you've done.
I've said this. I have like basic moderation on. I'm not. Trust me, I'm not doing anything.
What does basic moderation entail? Is this like Twitch where you just can't?
What does advanced YouTube moderation entail? That's what I want to know.
I would assume basic moderation would be things like, you know how Twitch, if you type in I'm 13, you get immediately banned?
No, YouTube loves
Yeah, YouTube loves 13-year-olds.
It is called YouTube Kids. I feel like Jane Doe would look hot with a skin.
I wonder when Mihoyo's gonna give a character a wedding dress. That's not
never.
Honkai Impact 3rd.
Never. Dewey wants to choose life as often as he can. You can thank Honkai Impact 3rd and their fan base for that. We will never see it. Arikata does not get anyone but Anomaly Cure, and that's why he struggled. So, yeah, I mentioned like yesterday's stream that I struggled when they were pushing against anti-anomaly. I gotta be entirely honest. I wasn't even conscious to the fact that I had like literally every anomaly character like until I started pulling Alice.
You have every anomaly character?
I have every anomaly character. I did not realize that. I was just pulling who I like, and I just so happened to like all the anomaly characters.
Oh, that's good. I think if I had Trigger, I would have every electric character.
Greedy and stupid. Absolutely. I have a credit card. Well, I don't have a credit card. I have a debit card. I have a debit card. Absolutely. I'm like in the dolphin category. Like, of course, it's
You're not a dolphin, you.
What am I?
You idiot.
What am
you are a whale.
Do you wanna give like your criteria for what a whale is? Do you go by like collective total, or you go by like pay within a set amount of
consistency?
Consistency. Okay, I understand that.
I don't think someone who spends like $500. I don't think someone who spends $500 at once and then realizes, oh, that's how a gacha game works. I don't think that person is a whale. I think they're a whale in the moment, but if then they stop spending entirely, I don't think that counts. It's got to be consistency. You're a whale if you consistently spend. You're not a whale if you spend a bunch in the moment, but then like basically never do it ever again. Like, you remember how I mentioned my friend earlier who basically only played Hu Tao? When they saw, this is funny. When they saw, what's her name? Surfboard Girl, Mulani. When they saw Mulani, when that one came out, they're just like, oh my god, I have to have her. Like, you know, the whole like, damn, she's literally my wife, time to pull. The funny thing about it is he wanted to boost from Mulani so much. But he was like, no, it's gonna be quite a bit of money. And you wanna know the funny thing is? His fiance in Australia, because they're long distance, who he's trying to save money for to get her to the US, tells him, do it. What the fuck? This girl, who is a nice woman, and again, they met through Genshin Impact. Like, this is fucking like meeting your wife through WoW. I mean that unironically. Again, they met through Genshin Impact. This girl, who's trying to get to the US, who needs help through his finances to get to the US, is like, damn, she's literally your wife. time to pull.
It's time.
I will never forget that story. This is the greatest story. On top of already having a wife from Genshin Impact, for just having a life partner you have met through motherfucking Genshin Impact. It's just two great stories on top of each other. I'm free to play, so anyone who buys anything more than monthly and battle pass is a whale to me. To me, whoever buys a battle pass, you are free to play. I don't care what you say. If you buy a battle pass, you are a free to play player to me. You want to know why? Because the industry is consistently programmed everyone to just battle pass, battle pass, battle pass, battle pass. It means nothing anymore.
Oh, the Furina. I forgot about the Furina story.
Is this the Furina story? No, this is not the Furina story, because if it was, I would have said it's the Furina story. No, this is a friend of mine who was a coworker.
I just realized is what I just realized is it's not the it is the Furina story. It's the good ending of the Furina story.
Holy shit. The bad ending, which is the true ending, is the one where it's like, what the fuck are you doing? The good ending is when your literal fiance
Your
tells
fiance
you,
is the one.
yes, do it. What are you doing? Do it now. Why are you not doing it? Do it now, babe. What's the Furina story? There's many people who've made videos about it. You can look it up yourself. All you have to do is type in, let me try it myself. Furina, divorce incident? I think you just typed that in. Yes. Furina divorce incident. Someone's 29-year-old fiance spent $600 to get Furina copies in Genshin Impact with their emergency bank money. So long story short, there was a fiance couple of 29 years. They both worked a job, and they were both trying to save up to do, like, real-life things, you know, get married, get an apartment, blah, 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 blah. But they had a separate bank account that was shared that was, like, emergency money. This guy dipped into the emergency bank account and cleaned it out. It was only, like, $600. It was only, like, a couple $100 anyway. But, again, these people live in paycheck to paycheck. They don't have that much money. They wasted $600 getting Furina copies. And in the text messages, which she showed online, it is clearly stated that while they both did really love Furina, and they both wanted Furina, she was not only pissed that he had gotten Furina, because none of them had it, but then he went the extra mile to get duplicates. It seems like she would have been at least a little bit mad, not completely, like, minced off that he just got her, but he then got copies on top of it. And cleaned out their emergency bank account. That is the Furina story. So what I'm talking about here when I talk about my buddy, I'm just going to say his name, Jace. My buddy Jace is literally the reverse of the Furina story, where this character, Mulani, in Genshin Impact, just think of a Hawaiian surfer girl who's very bubbly, very fun, very animated, almost cartoony with, like, some of the way she acts, and she's very fun and cutesy. My friend, who basically only played Hu Tao for the longest time and just, like, would get characters passively, but never really spent money because they just used Hu Tao the whole time. They saw Mulani, and in their mind, it was, damn, she's my wife. Literally my wife. Time to pull. But then was like, well, my real wife, I'm trying to save up money for. And then their actual wife is like, no, babe, do it. She gassed him up to get Mulani. That is the funny other side of the coin here. So yeah.
Who do I use? Use shit. I guess just so I can keep.
Did my friend C6 Mulani? Absolutely not. I know he got maybe like C2, C3. Bear in mind, this is somebody who does not spend and doesn't play as much as I do. He doesn't play every day. When he plays, though, he fucking achievement hunts. As someone who plays every day, to see the guy that doesn't play as much as me, he still played a lot, but he doesn't play as much as me, and he always had more achievements than me. That was a little bit of kick in the ego, I gotta admit.
Shit, who do I use for this last one?
Do you know the Palicus tech, Ari?
The Palacius tech? Who, this guy? No. Wait, no. Oh, wait, Palacius is in this lineup. No, I don't.
Palacious the clown?
No. It's right here. It's right here. It's right here. Palacious, right there.
Oh.
Look, if I need it, I'm sure you'll be more than willing to let me know. Should
I just call
need it.
Palacious the twins or the clones.
Let's
By the
try
way,
this.
The best ZZZ story, in my opinion, was the Soldier 11 and Ambi story.
Hold on.
Full stop. I don't give a fuck that there was the whole black screen text walls.
Who's not happy here?
That ending where 11 comes by
Shit.
and then helps Soldier Ambi was peak. It was a storyline that was hinted at the second ZZZ came out, where that they were clones and all that.
Janto.
The Soldier 0 Ambi and the Soldier 11 story is the best story, personally for me, in ZZZ. And then it was immediately ruined. It was immediately ruined by turning Soldier 11, who is this badass, takes no shit, literally tortures bitches that are like traitors and hates traitors. It immediately was soured when they turned Soldier 11 into this emotional, oh, I'm so sad. It's fucking Phaethon. You need to comfort me more because I'm sad. It's like, you're a soldier. How could you do that to me? That was the worst story ever. I'm sorry, but that didn't change my opinion on Ambi being bland. You see, here's the thing. We watch a fuck ton of anime, okay? Me and my brother.
Used to.
Ambi
We haven't
being-
in a while.
I mean, we subsidize it by playing a lot of anime games. It basically cancels it out. Ambi being a monotone sort of character, that is an archetype. That is a straight up archetype of a character. And usually, I think it's called Kuderi. You can look this up. It's just the spectrum of Deris. Everybody here knows what a tsundere is, or should. Yeah. Ambi is a Kuderi. If you Google Kuderi, you get... It is a common archetype in Japanese fiction that is outwardly cool, calm, emotionless, but harbors a hidden, warmer side. That is Ambi. Rei truly is the waifu. What's that her name? I don't remember. Was that Soldier 11's name?
No, her name was Haru,
Right, it was Haru. Right.
or at least in Japanese.
Hold on, what do y'all think of the Camellia story? The Camellia story in Wuthering Waves? I really like the Camellia story in Wuthering Waves because it's what the Camellia story. It's funny you bring that up because that's the example I used as to why I don't like the Soldier 11 story. So Camellia in Wuthering Waves, it's the story where, she tries to pull back onto what was her past and all that. But then near the end of the story, Camilla's just that's all pussy shit. I trust myself to make the decision I would make. I thought that was badass. I'm gonna be honest. I like Camilla in the face of seeing visions of her past self getting traumatized, being like, it doesn't matter. I have trust in myself anyway. That confidence, it's so cool. It's so badass.
Oh, Camilla. Yeah. No, I like Camilla.
I love that. Even in the fact that she is dying in the moment and Rover has to save her. Even in that moment, she still holds her to her beliefs, 10 toes down. That she trusts her instincts. And that is badass. That's what I wanted Soldier 11 to be. I wanted Soldier 11 to just be Camilla. Except, less. I love you, I'm gonna kill you. Ambi wasn't really a character until her agent story, and she was still as to me. Ambi is my favorite character in the game. Just full stop. Ambi is my favorite character in ZZZ. The only time I hated Ambi was when they forced her into the Vivian Hugo story. Technically it was before the Hugo and Vivian patch. Basically, whenever that fucker ran away with the brooch, or the briefcase or whatever, the NPC guy, we chased up a building and they throw Hugo down the building. Why the fuck is Ambi, a cold hard military veteran, with us, and then all of a sudden letting the NPC bad guy get away with the briefcase when we had both the briefcase and the guy captured to begin with? It's hello, Ambi? You're on the sidelines watching Hugo and Lycon fucking battle it out. Why aren't you fucking using your sixth sense to fucking mow down the NPC before he runs away with the briefcase? I hated that Ambi wanted her and Soldier to stay separated. No, I like that because it shows that Ambi, despite her warmth and despite the fact, you know, she cares for the squad of Nicole, Nekomata, Billy. It shows that even though she has this care and tenderness for like her current friends and stuff like that, it shows that she also still has some trauma or also personal like doubts of herself and she blames herself for what happened to her old squad back when she was a soldier. It's something she has trouble coming to terms with, so she chooses to separate herself from it because she doesn't understand how to deal with it. Especially when she sees Soldier 11 running around like a mad lunatic going, kill traitors, kill traitors, kill traitors, kill traitors. She doesn't know how to handle it, and I love that about the character. And that's good you like Ambi, I just can't get to like her. I mean, yeah, that's fine, yeah. I'm sure there are characters you like that I don't like. I really wanted Alice. I fucking hate Alice's personality. I didn't know that until I got Alice. So yeah, that's one example. Ambi having disassociation issues speaks to some of us in volumes, honestly.
I also
Sandy,
like
annoying, and bland. Here's the thing. I'm gonna say this right now. Again, maybe this is just because of, like, this is like an EN or, like, JP difference. We gotta be honest here, guys. Some of the vibes for characters in games or TV shows and stuff like that, some of these vibes truly are different because of the actor. Also, I know some Japanese just from playing these games and just learning Japanese and stuff like that. So some of these inflections and, like, bear in mind, some of the Japanese words you're hearing on screen, in the, like, the stream right now, you think you might know what they are because, like, oh, I use this move in English and that's what they say. No, a lot of these games, or a lot of these even, like, TV shows or anime, there are times where the English translation just does not 100% match up. It tries to emulate, like, the English variant of it, like an idiot. So as someone who knows Japanese, I know some of the things that they're saying more than if it was, like, the English variant. No, I'm really good at Japanese, like, the introduction to sentences and, like, the ending of sentences. Some of the bits in the middle still confuse me. I'm still trying to work that out. I hate most of the version 2 cast in ZZZ. I think most of them are not super amazing. Like I mentioned earlier, the defense force people, like the military, Orphean, and all them, and Seed, not a huge fan. I was hoping for more badassery. We need the crazy Ambi to be playable. I like 1X characters more. I think most people agree that the version 1 characters of ZZZ are pretty, like, mainstay. And you, in a way that you don't really see in the other, like, MiHoYo games, for instance. Like, new Genshin characters in, like, new versions are pretty much still pretty damn popular. Newer characters in Star Rail, also pretty damn popular. I don't see the same excitement for some of these characters in ZZZ, though, aside from, you know, ZZZ is a bit of a gooner game, so, hey, this character's got their tits. There's now, like, 1,000 images online of big boob characters. Like, outside of that, I don't see the same amount of love for, like, some of these characters that I do the others. Banyu is the best male character. Have you seen his animations? I believe Ari saw the animations yesterday. It's not Crunchyroll bad? Oh no, it can get Crunchyroll bad. If we're just talking, like, English in general for some of these games. I've been told the ZZZ one, the ZZZ dub, is of higher quality. But even then, like, Star Rail, which is a bit newer than, say, like, Genshin, for instance, I think Himiko's voice actor, English voice actor, fucking sucks donkey dick. Like, she's just really bad. Like, the JP Himiko is like, more actual, like, mom-like and very caring, very soft-spoken. The fucking Himiko in Star Rail is a dead doorknob. Like, she's so painfully dry to listen to. English Wealth, though, from Star Rail, I think English Wealth is perfect. He does, like, a perfect job emulating what JP Wealth is supposed to be.
I was doing some Haramasa gameplay. You just weren't watching, so you're gonna have to go back on the VOD, loser. I don't have any other way to put it. I don't have any other way to put it.
We need more Pentanko, not lollies. I want pets and hags. Is Pentanko just older women? I assume that's older women. Pentanko. I'm gonna Google that right now, because I'm a... Oh. Completely flat. Okay.
So like a waffle.
We need more Pentakos, not lollies. I want Pentankan hags. So, you want flat-chested, tall people. I'm gonna be honest. If you give them a suit, that's gas. Now they're never gonna do that. They're never gonna give a woman a suit. There are only a handful of times done it. If you want to make a flat adult woman, you got to give them a suit. They can rock a suit. They can really rock a suit. I want more mommies, not kids in Zenless. That's what I thought Evelyn should have been, why I told her, because... Now here's the thing. I mean... You say you want flat, but it's Evelyn, like... It's Evelyn. Like, this is... If we're talking Gooner bait, like, this is literally... the undefeated queen. It's Evelyn. We can't say... We all like Evelyn in this household. I do like that ZZ is making these characters more complex and unique, like Seed needing another I don't know what that means. Agent and Monoto consuming his HP. I should also clarify.
She jumped.
Oh wait, never mind. I don't need to clarify. So what? Do you fight? I'm gonna be honest, man. This is so much fighting.
This is the final stage. This is the final stage.
You've been playing this for like 2 hours.
Yeah. And this is one of
this
multiple
is like,
endings.
This is 2 hours. Not including needing to like restart or anything like that to try and like, oh man, I fucked up that attempt. Let's try again. This is a long endgame mode. I understand when people say they want content. I mean, this is long, man.
This is literally the penultimate before we go right into the end.
You're gonna get more clanker furries, and you're gonna like. He technically is a clanker and a furry. It's better than Woo-Wah empty. Dude, okay, we're talking about a ton of gachas. Exciting. You want to talk about male characters? Why the hell did Woo-Wah stop making male characters? That was like, well, I mean, we all know why. You just literally look at the GU1 banner.
I'm gonna crank my desktop audio up for this fight because this is a.
You look at the GU1 banner, which was the first banner, and then you look at the very next banner, which was just red-haired elf woman that nobody uses anymore because she was not planned on to be a character. Wait, is this a new boss?
New boss. Miasma up in here.
This looks like the bad guy from the latest game. By the way, new bad guy from latest Genshin patch. Badass.
Bruh, there's miasma everywhere.
Is it really a spoiler when we don't know who the fuck this is?
Yeah, there's no context.
Yeah, it's just it's just guy with white hair.
Do you know anybody with white hair?
Not really, no.
And who's to say that's not just from corruption, you know?
You could change that statement to "Do you know a guy in the game?" and then just end it there.
This eerie, like, white noise music is a bit weird.
You are gonna use the photo mode in this boss fight, just a heads up. Excuse me?
Take pictures? Trap. Perception, what?
B!
I think I, didn't do it. Ow. Okay,
Holy
you know what? We're
shit.
gonna restart. That was a lot of my health.
It's just some random guy like the story bet.
I heard
Here's the thing.
I heard photo mode, and I got thrown off. I thought, wait, I'm gonna take a selfie? Like, what's going on?
No, it's not photo mode. It's investigation mode from the open world we did.
Yeah.
By the way, what's this music? What is this music?
Yeah, and am I in an auditorium right now?
This is like the worst Mihoyo music track I think I've ever heard in my life. It's literally just boring.
It's like Fever
Boring.
Dream.
On loop. It's that. I feel like I'm in like a character select screen for a Mass Effect game before I go to the mission.
This definitely feels like a Yadari coded boss with like how few openings this guy gives you, but hey, if you want to just,
I mean, hey, I'm all for an enemy that gives me no openings, because that just means I get to do more Shinji fucking dodge attacks. I thought I said it. I thought I said
chain gang.
fuck.
Maybe this is
Gonna have to guess who the real him is. It's your dad. Sorry, we didn't want to tell. We didn't want to tell you.
This is your dad after I fucked him last. All right, I'm ready. I'm ready for your stupid shit. I'm ready for your stupid shit.
I'm gonna have intercourse with your
Oh
dad.
fuck! You gotta be shitting me.
So wait, did you pick the wrong one?
I have no idea. This boss only just came out.
I think you picked the wrong one, and the game was just like, idiot, and smacked you.
Just got Kool-Aid Man. Whatever.
Oh, don't say we gotta be spooky for Spook Shack. You're gonna trigger me because it reminds me of that one. It reminds me of that one scene where they tried to be like, oh, the creepy hanging dolls upside down in the beach, and I have to sit here as a fucking 28-year-old man who doesn't particularly give a fuck about horror to be like, this scary stuffed thing. Oh man.
How much more time do we have? Oh, it's just. Oh, wait, it's just 50k. Oh, okay, I can do this. I can do this.
When does Mihoyo release their music tracks on YouTube for their fucking patches? I want to listen to this song in its entirety. And by that, I mean,
I have a feeling this is meant
10
to be,
seconds.
I have a feeling this is meant to be like a multi-phase boss or something. I can't rationalize in my head any other reason why this music is just auditory.
Probably is. It probably is. You make a good point. He has 19 bars of HP still.
Whatever, I just need a little bit more to get the S. I'm gonna get it right now.
I don't typically like Chinese voices in music, but Astra's song is such a banger. I didn't
Better
know
than
Astra's
Kachona.
song. I didn't know that Astra's song, if you activated the ult again, that you don't get the lyrics and you get like the second part of the song where it's like enhanced instruments. I didn't even know that. You have to parry after you take a picture of the right guy.
I have to. Thank you. I'll keep that in mind. I can't wait to forget that when he. Oh. Oh wait, I missed the angle. All right.
Come on, man.
We're gooners. Let me goon.
Remember how the guys in our server are just like, "Are you an ethical gooner? Do you?"
I
watch
don't remember
AI?"
that.
It's so funny. They were having like a conversation of like AI porn, and somebody's just like, "Nah, I'm an ethical gooner." Fucking ethical.
Achieve a high score of 400,000 points in hard mode. Is that collectively? Oh, I'm off by like 40k. Oh, damn it.
So you're telling me after doing that mode for like two hours straight, nearly 3 hours, you're not done, and you also said that there's multiple endings.
Well,
and
hold
it's 40
on.
days.
So, does this go away? All data will be permanently fixed when the event ends.
So it's
No, wait,
just
no, this is
for this
data. If your ending
location.
score ranks within the top 30 on this server, your title will display with a percentage. No, it does. It looks like this is permanent. It looks like this won't get wiped. I don't know. I'm not seeing anywhere where it says it'll get wiped. It's just,
Ethical
it's just
Gooner, what does that even mean? It means that you don't look at AI porn. That's literally all.
what
it
I'm
means.
guessing. What I'm guessing is what's this? What's this?
The
it's an
game
avatar,
mode is
it's an
for the
avatar.
chat. I mean, yeah, that's yeah. That is
We
kinda how it
were wondering if this was like Genshin or Star Rails modes, where once you get them, you can only have them for a limited time. But if they're permanent, then I guess it doesn't matter.
Well, then that means he has yet to release their version of it. That's all that's all that means.
So all I have left to do now is just getting endings, and if I really wanted to, push for a high score of 400k, and that's it. And that's it.
To be fair, ethical Gooner could exist because I've been told by some women I'm a respectable pervert. Okay. Hey, do you remember Miyabi? I don't.
You remember Yijuan? Because the game will I'm sure the moment we start the story, I'm sure once we get to the story, the game will find a reason to make you remember that it's Yijuan.
Skirk is still ages more cooler and interesting.
I find it really weird how some fan artists, when they design skirts, like, you know, like her like not stocking stockings, like they're supposed to be like her crystallizations of her body, yeah.
They're her limbs. She lost her limbs.
Yeah, but but sometimes they still like make the fan art to make it look like they wrap around her tight, so that she's got like the thick thighs going on, despite the fact that they're probably not leggings. They're like,
because they don't know. They don't play.
I don't think they have to know, yeah.
I mean, they have to know if you want to make accurate art. I think it's reset every patch. Yeah, pretty much. If it's 42 days, that's usually the time it takes for both banners to end. So this whole stream, for 3 hours, has literally just been a co-host's game session of you playing and me being the streamer.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty good. If I'm being, it's been a pretty good stream. I gotta be honest. You've definitely been carrying.
I mean, as someone who's never done this before, or like been on a stream or any sort of extended form of content at all, who's just been the funny guy in the poll videos. I mean, this is fine.
You were a funny guy in today's poll video.
Was I? I felt pretty tired.
It was a pretty tame poll video. Wasn't really much going on.
Yeah. Well, there wasn't much I didn't bring much excitement to the table for the poll video because I knew that I couldn't really guarantee the character or the weapon. So there was no point to be like, ooh, when it's just like, yeah, it's probably not gonna.
Okay, let's go back in for a second. Let me like actually give my opinions of this mode. So to break this mode down, like, or just like to reiterate how it works is, you need to meet a final score Deadly Assault style over here on the left using a team that you lock in, as well as there are teams that you lock in over here, and based on your performance on the previous zones, you will get a score multiplier added to your score over here. So because I S ranked everything over here, it's going to be 2.3. And if there is an optional stage, it seems like for now the condition is just to not die. So if nobody dies, that's fine. And it seems like the damage of the enemy's damage is not inflated, which surprises me. So that's interesting. So right off the bat, I like that this optional stage does allow you a lot of leeway, because it's 10 minutes, just get the clear, nobody dies, and that's fine, this, it seems like you need to get, like, you need to clear within 2 minutes and 30 seconds to get an S rank clear on this. Does the rewards say final? Okay, so it looks like if you want the rewards, okay, no. If you want the rewards, you just have to clear with at least a B for the miniature stages, but then on the final battle, that's where like the S rank comes in for additional rewards. So if you really want, if you somehow you can get an S over here and just get by with B's over here. But obviously, if you get a better score here, your score multiplier over here will give you a lot more leeway and points to get to an S. So it feeds into itself very nicely. So obviously, this game mode requires like it needs a lot of teammates. I have a very beefed up roster, but let me just go in here for a second.
How many teammates did you use?
How many different teammates did I use?
How many teammates did you have to use?
When it's up to 3
What's
here,
the base
you need
requirement?
4 teams. I do not know if it'll let you go in with less teams, but in a game like ZZZ, you probably don't want to do that anyway, unless you're like a crazy whale. But anyway, so just as a frame of reference, again, I am someone who always pulls one character and then one W engine, and with the exception of Ellen Joe and Vivian, who have Vivian has M3 and Ellen Joe has M2. With that in mind, I was able to average around 90k on pretty much, my lowest score was 90k on all, except for this right here, which was 60k. And the highest the point requirement can get to is 50 here, but I was 9k over on this. I could probably do better if I was actually like following like the requirements of the boss itself. But I was bringing my best team into it. I'm sure everyone will have their own idea of best. So much like with all the other endgame modes in ZZZ, this is going to be based on the matchups. Do you have the characters that can meet these matchup requirements? So this is definitely a horizontal thing. And as for like the final boss fight on all these levels, that's where the vertical investment comes in if you want to try and get that score. So it seems, as far as like expectations of an account, it's for me it kind of seems like par for the course. I'm sure if somebody who didn't like pull every W engine or could maybe meet the score threshold of like 40k. Now just as a reminder, there are like decisions along this path that allow you to deliberately choose a lower score threshold, where it says like get 32k points. I'm assuming when it says do a fight and get 32k points, it means get 32k to S rank it. So every single time I chose the top option, and it gave me a higher requirement, and I was still able to get well above the threshold based off of my team's investment and my money investment. So I don't see many people potentially having an issue if they choose like the lower ranking scores and have to make compromises from some teams, so long as they have like a diverse enough roster. Obviously this right here is like for like the hardcore players with like high investment or like very expensive accounts. So overall, I would say this mode is very well put together. If you just want a lot of combat all at once, this is the mode for you. And there is obviously more. I'm hoping that if you choose different dialogue options in like these story sections, you get to fight a different lineup of like enemies and a boss to help like diversify the mode. I really like that the mode lets you there's 4 buff options instead of Deadly Assault's 3. So that gives more opportunities and more options for certain teams. And it looks like there is a time remaining of more than 42 days down here.
Choosing the other options give more or less polychrome?
I do not know. All it says is get S rank on final stage on these modes. It just says get S rank on get S rank for normal, and I'm assuming on easy it says the exact same thing. Yeah, just get S rank on the final stage. So I don't know why. I'm not sure why, as of right now, someone would want to choose the higher difficulty modes, whether it be for challenge or maybe it. You know what it might be. I think the reason for picking the more challenging one is that the boss might have a more HP, so there's a higher maximum amount of points you can get from that boss, so you can get the 400k score required to get the ultimate reward, and also to get higher rankings for your title down here, which will say if your ending score reaches top 30%, then your title will display a unique percentage value. Right now, because the mode just came out, I am in the 7th percentile. So obviously, like, as more people get a chance to play this mode, no doubt my score will float back up to back down, so it won't look like this right now. So if you like want to, you know, get your stroke your eco, then you can get a higher percentile on this. But I would say
You're about to say EP. Don't pretend you
Did
were
I?
about to say EP.
no, I definitely was about to say EP. But no, I'd say this is a good mode. There was a lot of
That is true.
opportunities.
69% score.
There was a lot of opportunities for combats, and there was a lot of opportunities for like okay, let me slow down. There was a lot of opportunities for combat. There was a lot of opportunities for me to play around with all the teams I had. You know, I got to use basically all of my S ranks with that, except for Zhu. Sorry, sweetie. But I did get to use like a lot of my characters and play around with them. Whereas normally when I'm playing something like Deadly Assault or Shuyu Defense, I very obviously like you're not going to be able to use that many characters in those other modes because of just the limit. Like Shuyu Defense is only you bring 2 teams, Deadly Assault is 3 teams, but then Deadly Assault also has like that nuance of like very specific restrictions that limit what you can do. This mode has a lot of opportunities for you to use a lot of your characters, and I very much appreciate that. And I very much especially like the fact that the bonus stage, because it's not based on a timer, it's based on just not dying. That also gives you an opportunity to use your weaker characters or your less invested characters as well, and still feel like you're getting something out of them without having to worry about a timer, so you can just kind of enjoy the content. So I think they did a good job with this mode. We'll just have to wait and see how this mode develops as they undoubtedly adjust the HP, they add more enemies, and also more characters come out.
Voids came back, won their Lucia. W's in the chat for Voids.
Nice job.
Congratulations on the Lucia.
Wish the
You don't have the engine yet.
Wish the cycle is a bit shorter. I can understand why the cycle is like very long. It's because obviously like we did combat for like 2+ hours, so you have to take.
Let me say something.
You have to take into account the casuals and like the mobile players.
Let me say something right now. This is just TV mode. This is just TV mode without the TV, the fluff, the TV fluff.
Well, I mean, there was fluff. I just didn't read it. I just didn't read any
Think
of
about it. You didn't press WAS and D to move around. You didn't have these little zoom-ins on the TV, and then it plays a little image on the TV. It's just, they made a box. They made lines that you pick from where you go from to the next box, and then you clicked a buff, and then you went into the fight. But you could also pick more than just the 3 characters you went in. This is just TV mode, but worse.
That's a very divisive thing. Some people will say it's TV mode but better. I can already see that happening.
Well, they're going to say better because it's faster. They could have made TV mode faster. What I'm trying to say is they're just repackaging something they already did.
Oh. Hey, more reward tiers. Cool.
TV mode, but better. I mean, I won't argue against it.
What is it? Oh, is there?
Like,
there's a new zone.
Not like the old ones
there's
come
a new
back
zone.
over.
All right. I did like though the fact that on easy mode I did get a chance to try Yadari. I don't think I'm gonna pull Yadari, but I do think she was fun. Oh, hello, Foxhole. How was the polls? I was trying to like maybe like get your attention, and I thought like we could do like a call so we could watch each other's polls, but that's fine. That's whatever. So I spent about $300. I won both 50-50. I won 2 50-50s, and then I lost one. I'm glad because I was on a streak for a while. I've been on a 6 50-50 loss streak. So I'm glad that I'm over that rump, but then I lost a 50-50 immediately again. So I won, lost, and then won. But I did get 3 copies of Vivian. So hold on, where is it? I got 3 copies of her now, so I also got the unique banner, so I'm glad about that. We spent I don't know what you've been doing, Foxhole, but me and my brother has just been hanging out, and we just finished playing the new endgame mode over here, Threshold Simulation. I literally just I did the whole thing for about maybe like I don't know for 2 hours. And I
He
actually
played and I was the streamer.
yeah. Chat was just having chat and my brother were just having like very intense conversations, but it was very good to
It's
listen
the
to them play.
first time I've gotten to talk to people about stuff online involving a gacha game, because I'm a fucking normie. I just play the game, turn off the game, go do something else.
But-
I never go on Reddit. I never
So-
go on these sites. So I took the time to talk and get
I just want to I don't know
Go
if
ahead,
you
yes.
I don't know if you've
Finish
already
your
played this mode, Foxel, but I think this is a very well done mode. I like the enemy variety to let you like use as many characters on your roster, because I think ZZZ's kind of had a problem where for a while now where there's so many where there's you don't get an opportunity to use as many characters as often as you want, but the fact that this mode requires 4 teams, and then down here you have a optional team that you can do for. Sorry. Let me back up. Let me back the fuck up for a second.
Wow, that's a
Let me
lot
back
of
the fuck up
words.
for a second.
Too bad I'm not reading them.
So, just to recap, on the left over here is basically Deadly Assault. You just try to get a high score, Deadly Assault style, but the spot over here on the right, if you get a better score over here, it will improve your score multiplier down here, so you have an easier time getting that final score. You do not need to get S rank to get polychrome rewards on the right side. You just have to clear. On the left side, you do have to get S rank to get all the polychrome. This optional one down here, you do not have to clear at all. But if you want to clear, the only requirement is that nobody on your team dies. And that was the case for every bonus level down here, which is great because you're given 10 minutes. You can use whoever you want, and you can do whatever you need to clear this. So if you have weaker teams, you can put them here and you can still get mileage out of them. And that's great. But anyway, yeah. And on the hard mode difficulty, as you see here, there's like some story nodes. You select these and you're given an option where you can choose to either pursue a weaker Deadly Assault mob with a S rank requirement of 32k, or you can choose a secondary dialogue option that makes you have to fight a boss with an S rank requirement of 40k points. I chose the high difficulty every time, and as someone with M0W1 on every character except for Ellen and Vivian, who have minimum M2, I got double the score consistently, except for this last one over here. I'm only 9k above, because spoiler alert, the new weekly boss is in here, and another new boss is in here. So if you want to play the story content first, you'll want to do that. But as a side note, on the end of the easy mode, you can trial Yadari and you can trial Lucia here. So if you want to play around with them across some of these lineups in here, you can do that, and you can get a better feel if you actually want to play them. And it's not like in a training mode; it's in an environment where you actually get to like play around with them and figure out. And
I'll get a better feel of Yadari, all right.
They also have their signature W engines here as well, so you also get a feel for their power here. But overall, I'd say this is a really great mode. As for the rewards, obviously you have the polychrome for like clearing S rank on hard mode, or just clearing the basic requirements, the preliminaries. As for the bonus rewards, it's based on the score you get. Like as you see here with my scores, 91k, 95k, 113k, and 59k. So I'm about 40k short from hitting the 400k threshold to get this banner right here, which kind of looks pretty cool. Otherwise, you have this avatar right here. If you unlock additional endings, and the endings is just, you pick the different dialogue options in like these story sections here, and you unlock additional endings here. I'm not sure if this mode will get harder as you get more and more endings, or if the difficulty is just based on the ending in question. And I have a theory that based on if you choose higher difficulty mobs in these story paths to branch out to, that there will be a higher score ceiling that you can reach based on the boss that you're given. So if you were to choose like the easier bosses, you probably will have a harder time like hitting 400k, or you probably won't even hit 400k. But I got a chance to use pretty much my entire roster. I got to use Jane Doe, I got to use Haramasa, I got to use like characters like Lucy, Pulchra, Evelyn, Ellen Jo, Osteryow, Miyabi, Bernice. I got the opportunity to use almost my entire roster except for Juyuan because I don't have Xingyi, so my Juyuan's just kind of shit. And it felt really good. It was like 2 hours long, but this was very good. I'm very happy with the direction of this mode. I'm interested to see how this will develop as they make adjustments for difficulty through HP and scoring rubrics, and also as more characters and more mobs are used and presented in this mode. But overall, I'd say I had a lot of fun doing this, and there is a timer of this won't reset again for another 42 days. So that could either mean we have to wait for the whole patch to finish, or we have to wait for an undisclosed amount of time. Because I think 42 days in ZZZ is kind of like a placeholder in some areas where it might take longer. Because it says more than 42 days. But yeah, that's it. I think this mode was great. I had a lot of fun doing this, and I had a lot of fun just listening to my brother talk to chat while I was just doing this mode quietly. Holy shit, okay.
I was about to say you were spinning your wheels there for a bit. We got to the back end of you explaining the mode, and then Voxel came in, and then it was just like, oh shit, I gotta re-explain it all again. All right,
That's fine.
Here we go.
What have you been doing on your stream, Voxel? Because it seems like you didn't do the endgame mode because you just let me yap on, unless you just really want to hear me talk.
You have you have a 2-month quota you've been missing out. Keep talking.
Brother. Literally.
Damn, that skin really makes the legs look great.
Oh yeah. We also found out what the name of that bikini is. It's the micro sling slap bikini. We found that out like at the start. That's irrelevant to what's going on.
I was gonna say this bikini do look very good, but then when you think about it, literally it's just what Yadari, Lucia, and Yijimon looks like anyway. So
I think I love this skin. I think this is a great design. I love the high class or like upper class aesthetic of the swimsuit compared to like Yuzuha's or Alice's. I don't know if I'd say it beats out Barbara's skin from Genshin Impact. I am a very big fan of that ducky bag. Everyone needs to get the skin, otherwise FOMO will kick in. Most people don't even like Vivian, or at least there's a lot of outspoken people. I don't want to sound like Randy Pitchford for a second, but if you're a true Lord Python, you'll find a way. Man, I gotta be honest, I was contemplating putting that in the script when I was doing the video.
Do you guys not have phones?
But I was looking to wrap up the stream here, actually, since like I said in yesterday's live stream, I got a promotion at my job, so obviously and now I'm going to start working full 40-hour work starting next week. So I need to make sure that I have a good schedule. We definitely need to catch up though later when you get a chance. It's great to see you back. Yeah. Just as a quick unrelated note, there's also a game called Stella Sora that I was talking about with the chat earlier, and how there's some free content. There's a lot of free events and rewards on its launch. It's coming out this Sunday, the 19th. Right here, it's very blue archive-esque. See a cookie. It's very blue archive-esque, so I know a lot of people are going to be like put off against playing it, but I'm going to give this a shot, and I'm going to see how it goes on Sunday. But yeah. Yes, Sea of Frontiers. All right, I'm gonna wrap up the stream now. It's been great having you guys. It's been great. It's been great listening to the conversations that y'all have been having with my brother. It's very nice to hear.
I hate it here. I'm thirsty.
Yeah, I'm also thirsty. I last drank like maybe a couple hours ago, and because we live in an apartment, I would need to keep like my window shut, because otherwise like you'll hear traffic or like loud kids at night, and I just don't want to have to deal with that. But it's been great. I'm gonna head out now. I don't know when like my next video it would be. Just I'm still trying to figure out how I want to like kind of still trying to figure out how I want to incorporate content creation into my free time in a healthy manner. Like I'm not staying up like 3 or 4 a.m. making a video, or pulling my damn phone out and trying to like watch streamers while I'm working to try and see are they going to react to my stuff. So yeah, I will need to make some big changes in how like I was handling my content how I was doing content creation. But anyway, yeah, that has been enough. We are now reaching 3 hours and 30 minutes, but this is where things end. So I'm going to call it a night. So everyone here, you have a fantastic night. And it's been great. See ya.